I'm a killer, bring it back.
Hey fuckers, how you doing? Where you been? 2023, baby. It's gonna be our year. All y'all. Welcome to another episode of Guys, We Fuck.
It's the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to the show. If you guys aren't following us on everything, get a pen out.
You.
Get a pen out right now.
Us.
We need you following us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, our personal Instagrams, our personal Twitters, our personal TikToks, YouTube.com/Guys We Fucked without the you and fucked. Open the emails that we send you. Come to a show.
Yeah, there's so many ways you could support us for free. What the fuck's your problem? Do it.
But everyone should be doing all of them.
Yeah.
And also a heads up to our Luminary subscribers. I know there was not a lot of clarity regarding the bonus episodes, so I just wanted to clarify on air what is going down with those. We had to take a break, a little break-see after that November 30th or whatever episode. That was out of our control, out of our hands. Sometimes Daddy says you can't release an episode, and we say
yes,
okay,
Daddy. Whatever you say, Daddy. I'll just wait here like a good little girl.
That's don't
a great
spank
team.
me, Daddy. I won't release an episode.
Or do spank me.
And we appreciate you not canceling your subscription. You still are. You're still
We're gonna
getting
make it up to you
early. And so what we're doing is, we're not getting anything extra for doing this. We're just gonna do a make good and release some extra bonus episodes
this month,
and whatever. And so just look out for those.
And if you don't know, the bonus episodes are where it's just Corinne, myself, and Michael, and we read your emails. So keep sending them to us. They're fucking nuts.
And I gotta say, if you have a problem with something that we're doing, but you also say that you're a big fan,
Make sure you're following us.
I would say a way not to handle it is by then complaining by leaving a less than 5-star review on
rude.
iTunes, and then saying I love you so much, but and then because that's I think
that's like going on Amazon or looking at a product for a desk, and you're like and the guy leaves a 1-star review, this desk was great, but the top's a little small, and it's that's not a 1-star.
I just don't think you guys. I understand you're unhappy or whatever, but it's if you've been fans and someone's been good to you for 10 years, and then
guys.
1 month things are a little bit weird. I feel you don't understand the larger repercussions of fucking with someone's iTunes rating.
Yeah.
So I'm not specifically pointing you out, even though I am, and you know who you are.
But if you haven't left us an iTunes rating,
I see that a lot, and it's just kind of corny, for lack of a better word, to do that. It's what are
corny.
you? It's are you?
It's Amber Rose. That's mad corny.
It's hall monitor energy, and I just don't appreciate it. And I also wanted to kind of just say
narc energy.
I don't think you understand that's it's a bigger repercussion.
Yeah,
this is our life's work.
The iTunes ratings are really important to us. So that being said, if you haven't left us a rating on the Apple Podcast app, go for it. We can't say how many stars you should give us, but you know how many we think you should give us.
It's not 3.
It's not 4.
It's not 2.
It's less than 6. Can we say that, Chad? Anyway, please give us a rating and review. That would be much appreciated, and it's free, and it takes 2 seconds of your time. And I gotta say, we've helped a lot of people break up with their toxic partner, enjoy a kink for the first time, get their butt fingered. So I'm saying we've given a lot to you. Give one thing back. No, that's an iTunes rating. We're going to spice up the podcast this year. We're trying new stuff. There is a game that I got online from the independent store Amazon.com, and it's from What Do You Mean?
Small boutique.
Yeah, it's a little boutique business. Love supporting small boutique women-owned businesses, and Amazon is one of them. But there's this game called Let's Get Deep that I purchased, and it's just a stack of cards about asking
and they're not
each other
sponsoring
questions.
us.
No, not at all. There's no sponsors.
So it's really nice of us to just put this in the frame.
Not yet, but hopefully,
No, they're definitely not.
It doesn't matter. Krystyna already said what it was.
That's all right.
You know what I'd like
I
to
won't give her any more
sponsor?
table time.
I'd like to sponsor this podcast is brought to you by Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have actual money. They should be giving us money. We give them a lot of
You know what?
sponsorship.
I gave them my heart, so they don't gotta give me anything.
You're too strong.
When I walk into those hallowed hallways, I feel so good, even though they fucked up this order real bad, and I might vomit during the show.
Oh, cute. Let's be on our toes.
Heavy
okay.
cream.
So let's pull a card. So there's like these cards. There's 3 levels. The deepest level is deeper. It's called. Deeper,
Have they been
Daddy.
shuffled, or should I take from the middle?
I shuffled them, but you can shuffle them again if you want. You know, go with your gut. Pull a card.
What if I did this?
And we'll each answer the question.
I did it if I do it like a tarot deck.
Do like a pull, like an 8 spread.
I always feel, and then I go like this, and then I
What
go.
do I need to know?
Okay.
This is also content. This is why you should be watching on
wow.
YouTube, because you see all of these things that are happening.
Yeah.
So this is
That's true.
It's a game for couples. That's why Krystyna and I are playing it together.
It's the longest relationship I've ever had.
Me too, by a landslide.
Yeah.
So this says, what's your greatest achievement to date? This isn't making me horny. I thought this was like a horny game.
No, it's like for couples to get to know each other.
It's like if you really want a lasting relationship, I'm on.
Yeah. Instead of actually talking to your partner, there's a deck of cards for that.
Well, honestly, a lot of people need that.
Yeah.
My greatest achievement to date.
Mine's gonna be something corny.
You know what? This is a little. I don't mean to be negative, but like. It took me so long to get to this point of cutting toxic people out of my life. So cutting toxic people out of my life was something I never thought I would have the guts, the chutzpah to do. And I finally did. Was that my greatest achievement? Honestly, yeah, because it's given me a better life. So I would say that and the TED Talk. We did a TED Talk. It was, my TED Talk would be so much different now because, boy, have I grown. But that's a pretty fucking badass
That was
achievement.
cool. That was one of the few times I was like really very nervous
Yeah.
before we did something. My greatest achievement to date, I mean, I don't know, raising young Alfred.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think it's probably that. I mean, it's a little murky because it's just like, it's like best day of my life, but that's not exactly the same as greatest achievement.
Right.
Greatest achievement. Yeah, that. And then creating this podcast with you.
Yeah. It's a pretty good achievement.
It's great. I mean,
We're killing it. We're so hilarious and great.
amazing work.
Yeah. Vulnerable, honest, bringing a new type of conversation to the podcast world and to the world in general. Michael, what's your greatest achievement to date?
Well, there's 2 that I can think of. And I guess they're kind of simpatico. I would say that part 1 would be sort of getting a grip on my own mental health.
That's a big
which has
achievement.
been, up and down struggle if anybody has had mental health problems, obviously.
Not me.
I thought you were going to say if anyone has talked to me.
or that. Or that. If you've known me from 27 to like 31, then yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. Mike's going to kill himself again, so I got to take this.
It's nice to, at least for the moment, be far away
Such a
from
burden.
that state of mind, which is nice. And I think that because I've been able to get that grip on my mental health, I think the part 2 of that is sort of getting to a place where I'm working for myself in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Where like I do have big clients, and you guys, I guess, are, if you're looking at it as a very like
Clients.
Absolute disrespect.
Clients.
I
no,
guess
I
you
know
guys
how
are
bad.
clients.
No,
Clients.
come on. It's just like when you don't have an actual job, like a place that doesn't like.
Yeah, the man. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Like Amazon.
Not working for the man has been
Hell
really
yeah.
cool, because working for the man
Yeah.
has made me very unhappy in the past.
Yeah.
So
Sucks.
Yeah.
hopefully
Working for a man or the man, both
Seriously.
Both are awful.
down.
Yeah.
Both are terrible. Working
Really,
for
really
2
tough.
women.
Yeah, you've
Highly
had a girl
recommend it.
boss. I've never had a girl boss.
working for 2 women has been fun, but working for 3 women was not very fun.
Ugh. Yeah.
Shade.
It's a lot of shade. And for more information on that, maybe go back and listen to the Hannah Berner episode of this podcast.
Oh, yes. Spill the tea, baby.
So I don't get in legal trouble.
And you guys, another thing you could do, therapy costs money. You can also email us. We're not licensed therapists, but we've been doing this for 10 years and we give pretty fucking good advice. So it's sorryboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. That's where you send the email. Make sure the subject line gives us a little bit of an idea of what we're in store for. Don't fucking tease or lie to us in the subject line because I'll hate you forever.
Yeah.
So this subject line for today's episode, I can't stop thinking. Advice, please. Oh, girl, me and you both. Or boy, I don't know. Hey, ladies, I'm going to save my thank yous, love yous for both at the end of this. I've been in Philadelphia now for 2 years, moved out here for a job. The career path I've chosen is often remote, so I was excited to be in a place with so many dating possibilities.
You know, Philly, land of dating.
There's so many good-looking people.
I mean, yeah,
Wanna
there
get a
actually are. My first year here was loaded with wild dating app experiences, but my second year here has been au naturel, and I love that. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking great bars in Philly. The art scene, the music scene, the comedy scene is great for the most part. Realizing that hooking up with your friend in an open marriage didn't mean it was open to you. Meeting somebody who thinks the world of you, but the way he crosses his legs really gives you the ick. And a hot 51-year-old using the words narcissist and bitch to describe everyone in his life. That sucks.
What?
I'm thankful, to have had these experiences, but equally exhausted. But lately, I've been energized. I've started to see someone that I work with, let's call him S, in a new light. While helping me out with something, he moved his arm underneath mine to point something out, and my body felt that. Ooh, I love that. Any sense of attraction that I had towards him up until that point was 100% confirmed after that moment. Here's where the conflict / my question comes into play. He's in a 3-ish year relationship.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
We'll call her Z. Okay, the very last one of the alphabet. Okay. She also works with us. Cute. Okay. They live together and within the last year adopted a dog together. These are facts.
Yes, queen, they are.
And now my opinions. Okay.
Let's call her Z as in this isn't going to work out.
That was great. That was a good one.
I'm so tired.
And now my opinions. That won't hold up in court, baby girl, but okay. Their relationship does not make sense. To you, because you want to fuck him. Okay. Girl, have you listened to us? Okay. Based off of observed body language.
What a legend. What a legend.
At work, bitch. They're not going to be fingering and fucking at work.
Talk yourself into whatever you want.
I mean, I also have those skills. So when I yell at you during this email, I'm yelling at myself.
Oh my God.
Based off of observed body language, he doesn't seem happy or even accepting while with her. Again, they are at work. Let's just remind everybody they're at work. Okay?
This is like me, like my ex is literally walking down the aisle with another woman. I'm like, enjoy your rebound, you fucking loser.
It'll never
See how long this lasts.
She's just a cheap thrill.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh, you're having a baby? Okay.
Sure.
Keep that charade going.
That'll fix everything. I can wait 18 more years, bitch. To be frank.
Man, that is funny.
To be frank, Z is homely, immature, and not fun to be around. I think that's just because you want to fuck her boyfriend, but we'll see.
Right, I don't like being around anyone's girlfriend if I'm in love with them.
Right.
I'm not like, can she come?
She could be a 10. I'm like, this ugly bitch needs to get a reality check. She's obnoxious to work with and somehow always finds ways to make snide and judgmental comments about personal lives of other people on staff, including mine. Yeah, because maybe she smelled the fact that you want to fuck her boyfriend, but I'm just guessing here.
Yeah, she knows.
Since this moment of the arm touch, I'm assuming, S and I have been communicating more often. Oh, that's healthy. Good. Yeah, ramp it up. I'll be honest, I've been purposely ramping up my messages over Instagram and it's been reciprocated because I know I want to start a relationship with a guy who starts out cheating.
Yeah.
Recently, S gave me his phone number so that we didn't have to use Instagram.
Uh-oh.
And I can't
so bad.
stop thinking about what I should do from here. I mean, I got a few ideas.
This is extra incredible because she's gonna lose her job too.
Yeah. And respect for yourself. Part of me is grossed out by him that he would ever have sex with her in the first place. God, that's shady. Woo, shade. Part of me wants to spite her by being with him. Again, she didn't do anything to you. Being a cunt isn't illegal, okay?
Right. It's also like, what?
So let her be a bitch. It's okay.
Yeah, make her pay for her boyfriend cheating on her.
With you.
Make her pay.
Okay. A part of me wants to spite her by being with him, but that's so not girl power.
She's
girl.
not your nemesis.
No, but the strongest part of me desires an opportunity to explore life outside of the uniform together.
Are they cops?
Are you cops?
I don't think if you're at
Uniform.
Best Buy, you refer to it as like the uniform.
If you take your job too seriously, you might. So
It's Panera.
Yeah, wait, what jobs do you refer to?
I
as
mean,
a
to me,
uniform?
the uniform is like
firefighter and cop, right?
EMT.
EMT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
even
something.
EMT, like, would you refer to? Maybe they do.
Maybe
I
they're
guess,
like
but-
they work at a courthouse as security.
To me, this screams cop, which is why there's no morals
military,
here.
right? Military, you'd say
military. Yeah,
uniform?
but they would say military. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
We're not trying to- yeah.
It's a short list.
Okay, so what would you do? I understand if you need to roast me. Don't worry, girl. We will and have. Here's where the thank yous and love yous come in.
I'm nervous this woman has a gun.
We'll skip that part.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We do appreciate the thank yous. Wait, Isabella wrote about the submission form cut off. Oh, okay. You wrote too much and the submission cut off. Okay,
In there, Randy.
so. Oh, you gonna get back into stand-up comedy? That was a good callback. Okay. I can't stop thinking, please advise. Well, here's the thing, girl. In Philadelphia, there's a lot more people than this guy with the girlfriend that you work with. And I feel like methinks that there might be something in your head, whether it's conscious or subconscious, where you want the drama, you want something that's more complicated. I don't understand why you don't like this girl. The only reason is that she's dating a guy that you have a strong physical attraction to, but that does not make her an enemy, even if she's a bitch. Like, okay, like maybe they are on the rocks, but it's just not cool, man. It's not respectful. That's not fucking respectful. There's so many fish in the sea. What are you doing?
Right. And if
There's
you wanna
so
go-
many more men that you can be attracted to. You just got to put the fucking work in. And I understand being lazy about dating and just going, oh, this guy's right here and I'm attracted to him and that's exciting. Yahtzee. But not Yahtzee. He has a girlfriend who works with you. Would you want that to happen to you if you were dating this guy?
Well, it's gonna
also,
anyway. This
look at what
guy's
he's
cheating,
doing.
yeah.
He's in a relationship and now he's ramping up the flirting with you. Not on my watch, bitch. And not on your watch either, bitch, in a respectful way.
Yeah, this is where it comes into play, like the whole like notion of like you're not special. And even if you want to just look at this from like a strategic perspective or, you know, a selfish perspective, that's the bottom line. It's like, okay, so if he's doing this with someone that he's dated for 3 years, lives with and adopted a dog with, think of how little respect he's going to have for you in the first, you know, if you started a relationship in those first few months, how little respect he's going to show for you. If this is how little respect he shows to someone that he has built a life with.
Right. We always want to think that like when it's a guy that's with somebody else that we like, we always want to think, oh, their attraction and their bond isn't powerful. But if I was with this person,
Right.
our attraction and our bond would be really exciting and lustful and yummy. But the reality is, check out this guy's morals, what he's doing. His morals and values are shit right now. So that's not a quality you want in a long-term partner.
Yeah, and also like I'm interested. I would be interested to see like what these DMs on Instagram or, you know, text even say, because it's like, okay, like maybe he is like a little bored. Maybe I can't imagine not being a little bit bored in a 3-year relationship, even though that's not that very long at all.
Not that long.
But I would easily be bored. And I think like a little bit of flirting to a certain extent can be healthy. Like
Yes,
I actually
you
really
wanna feel
disagree
attractive.
with the fact that flirting is cheating, but it's a fine line. And especially when we get into social media and stuff, like things can get out of hand really quickly. And so, you know, you're building a whole life with this guy in your head. And I think this guy's probably just a little bored and wants some outside female attraction that's not his long-term partner. I don't think he's like thought of like leaving her for you.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what this email is really about, quite frankly. Except for that you're a dumb bitch.
You're acting like one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
And there's nothing wrong with enjoying a physical attraction to somebody
Sure.
and not acting on it.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
really fun.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you, Corinne. I think when you're in a long-term relationship, a lot of times flirting to some extent like is very healthy because you just need to feel like fucking like you're hot shit and that people want you. It feels good.
I
No
love
one
having
hates
like
that.
like a work husband or a work boyfriend, like just
Yeah.
someone you flirt with at work. Like, yeah, I always have that, and it's it's fun, but you have to be able to do it with boundaries and leave that shit at the office, you know? Yeah. And it's also like women do this a lot. And there's like, to me, there's something like kind of sad about it for like how we value ourselves and like that we don't want more. Like, why is it okay with you to be like the second choice even, you know? Like there's something about that speaks to how you feel about you that bothers me.
Yeah. I wonder, just to play devil's advocate, I wonder if there's like an extra hotness because he's taken, because that can accompany, like if you have an affair with somebody who's married or in a relationship like that, there is this sense of urgency that you would never get if they were single. Ever. It's a very unique feeling. I have experienced it. Gotta say, some of the hottest sex I've ever had in my fucking life. However, so it could be that. But if you're on the dating scene, ask yourself, what do you want in your life? Do you want children? I don't know I didn't say how old you are. I don't know how old you are, but like, how do you want your future to look? And then start putting the foundational building blocks in place for that. And I don't think it's going to include flirting with a guy with a girlfriend.
Yeah. And I also think like the way, like in these like cheating kind of scenarios with men who are in relationships, it's like it kind of like reflects this like fact that we do respect other women's opinions, but we don't respect like their actions and their lifestyle. So it's like the fact that men become more attractive when a woman is dating them or married to them shows that we understand that another woman's stamp of approval does mean something.
Right.
But then instead of
stamp on her face,
but then we say,
her
but
husband.
I want that, you know, instead of being like, let me look for someone who has similar qualities, or like being happy that they found a partnership, we go, but I want that. And I mean, I think some of that is because we feel like there's not that many good men out there, but
right.
I don't
Which
think
is
there's
an illusion. I think there are.
I think there's not that many good people out there. That's
right.
my thing. It's like but I just talk about men more because I don't need to fucking bring a woman into my house to fucking share my food, you know? So it's not a concern.
Right.
I've never had to think about it.
Yeah. And also too, and everyone feels this way. Dating is hard. It's a lot of work. It's just like, ugh, I'd rather sit home alone. Like really, truly, it's fucking exhausting, especially in the land of dating apps. So I get that, but don't let that laziness that we all can tend to slide into, don't let that prevent you from actually getting out there more. Okay, and come see us live, guys. I'm going on tour. Nyack, New York. I'm headlining Levity Live February 2nd to the 4th. Winnipeg, Canada. I'm going to be at Rumors February 9th to the 11th. New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. House of Comedy, March 16th through 18th. Dallas, Texas, March 24th through the 26th. And then other dates, I got Boston, Edmonton, and Detroit. None of the ticket links that are available right now are for Nyack and Winnipeg. These are the February dates. I'm very excited for those. Come out, buy your tickets now so that my agents don't go, why aren't you selling tickets? And then last minute people show up and I'm like, phew, I almost had a heart attack. So please, if you go on any of my social media, it's on my link tree to both of those gigs. And then you could sign up for my Patreon. It's $5 a month and you get at 3 to 4 Zoom group therapy and quotes, Chad, because am I a licensed therapist? No, I am not. But it's really, really lovely time that I have with you guys, and I really enjoy it. Plus you get episodes, at least one episode a month of The Voices in Our Heads. That's my solo podcast where I get into all the nooks and crannies of my mental doings.
And then February road dates for me, Austin, Texas, February 10th, I'll be at the Vulcan Gas Company. Houston, Texas, the following night, which is Saturday, February 11th, I'm doing 2 shows at Rockefeller's. And then the next weekend, Toronto, Canada, that's February 17th and 18th. I'll be at Comedy Bar in Toronto, 2 shows each night. And then first week in April, I'm most likely doing a show in Dublin, Ireland. I don't know the venue yet. It's TBD. Basically, my agent needs to email me back, but we'll make something happen. Because I'm going to be there. And I already talked to my friends that I'm going about it. And they said fine because they also like attention. Well, one of them also likes attention. And I said, you could come on stage and do stuff because you're a licensed, you are a licensed therapist.
Literally, yeah. So, Ireland's the best. And I know we got a lot of Irish fuckers and you guys are great comedy audiences and fucking, I love Ireland so much.
I'm excited to go.
So much fun. I can't wait to hear how you like the trip. It's going to be amazing.
Well, it was funny because I didn't mean to like downplay. I'm just preoccupied with going to Finland. So I was like, it's not my first choice. I'm like, it's not my last choice. Basically, my life is I want to visit everywhere. So any place I haven't been, I'm open to going.
Yeah.
That's how my life is.
Yeah.
And then obviously listen to Without a Country. That's on YouTube on Saturdays. And it's just my show now. I just decided I'm not going to, I like it. Mike Harrington is basically my kind of like pseudo co-host on the show now. And it's great. And I honestly really enjoy just talking for 2 hours by myself.
Yes, girl. Yes.
It's nice.
It's an art form, baby. Yeah. So, and make sure you're following us on all the social media at Guys We Fucked without the U and fucked. And then, like I said, just another reminder again, if you haven't yet, leave us a review and a rating on the Apple iTunes podcast app, because we fucked up with the Luminary bonus episode one time, and those less stars, man, they make me cry. And I cry every day, but that made me cry extra. This weekend was quite a time for Corinne and I. We had the honor, we had the absolute honor to be nominated for Best Adult Podcast at the AVN Awards. That is the Porn Awards. Super excited to be there. We flew to Las Vegas.
This is our first major nomination.
Yeah. Yeah. First of many, bitch.
Webbies said no.
Nope. And we paid for that submission.
They said no.
They said, not even a nomination.
Oscars said, you need to be in the film for this.
Right. Emmys were like, not yet, but soon. And we were like, all right, we'll see you soon, Emmys.
Grammys were like, a podcast isn't an album.
Which it should be. A podcast should be nominated for Grammys. Whoever works for the Grammys.
Nobel Peace Prize said,
bitch. No. But yeah, it was really fun. We flew in Saturday, and we did the convention. The convention was great.
Yeah.
There was a lot of chicks riding Sibians. There's a lot of porn stars there with like little booths.
Spanking.
Let me tell you something.
There were a lot of chicks riding Sibians, just like out.
Yeah, there was like I forget what the company was called, but it was like, you could demo it. And
1 to 2, Mike, a lot.
Yeah, I mean
that is a lot. That is a lot.
More than a regular day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
More than I've ever seen all year.
Yes.
Right.
I was asking because I wasn't making fun of you.
I gotta say,
I'm enthralled.
The AVN Awards, this convention and the awards, but the convention included all the porn stars and the fans. Talk about diversity in every way. There were like diversity in every single way you can imagine, like limps, like body ailments, styles, all the types of nerds. There's so many types of nerds in this world. Every single type of nerd was at this convention. Every
when you said styles, I thought you were going to say styes, and I was like, there was a lot of styes.
A lot of styes. Just a lot of there was just every type of person there, and it made me feel so happy because I'm like, wow, sex really is the great uniter. And also everyone watches porn. Like I everyone has some type of experience with pornography, and it's so interesting to see an industry that is so shunned, yet everyone jerks off to it. So it was nice. It felt very inclusive in every way. And it felt like, I don't know. I felt a camaraderie at the convention and at the awards. Cause I'm like, man, you guys are all, especially at the awards, cause it's like these people are kind of cast out in society. Not so much anymore as much, I would like to think. I don't know, fingers crossed. But it just felt like a bunch of misfit toys, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
I liked that part of it.
Yeah, it's like comedy but hot. So because I mean, I actually did write a little thing because I was getting I don't want to say choked up, but I was very moved by the experience when I really thought about it, because kind of like you said, anytime a group of people who are notoriously ostracized welcome you into their world, even though we're not actually really a part of that world,
right?
To me, that says you're doing something right. Yeah. And I am really proud that adult entertainers feel safe enough to let Guys We Fucked into their world. I think that's an honor, and I take it seriously.
For sure.
I mean, that doesn't mean that we weren't making fun of everyone there the entire time, but then we weren't doing our job. Yeah. It's hard to sit there
for a reason.
It's hard to sit there when they're reading the paper and they're like, and the winner is Trisha Titty Fuck and Ursula up your ass, They won the award for I Fucked Your Mom, Volume 1.
Literally, that was the
Episode
thing.
8, Brazzers, an anal anthology.
Best anal orgy gangbang goes to, and there's just 20 minutes of names.
It was so long. It was so long. Everything, and the guy announcing it every time.
The wildest part of this whole experience, we get into the actual room where the awards ceremony, the show is going to happen, and there's a big countdown. It was an hour countdown. It was a big clock. The set and the setting on the stage was very expensive, very like ornate and very fancy, very like TV ready set, right? They started there was a countdown, and then the lights dimmed, and we were sitting in the room for a fucking hour. So we were like, we're ready, let's go. They started with an in memoriam.
Oh yeah.
They started
Yeah.
with the in memoriam.
Yep.
That I would say, if we're gonna give notes, we'll save that to the end, or like the middle part, like starting with that, and then it's like in loving memory of like Trisha titty fucks, and we're like, oh, I don't know if she wanted it that way.
One of the in memoriams was a nude photo.
Yeah, like her titties were out.
Rock
I'm like,
and roll.
I don't know.
That's the only
Viva
photo
Las Vegas, baby.
we had of her.
yeah.
And that's the only photo we had of
And
her.
it was like sad music. I'm like, if you're gonna start off the AVN Awards, don't do it with an in memoriam with like a violin playing and then like I know there was better photos of these people.
Maybe they were worried they needed to do it before the ketamine hit everyone.
No, man. I don't
Maybe
know,
it's
man.
also just like you get the sad thing out of the way because you know the rest of the night is just going to be like fucking titties out. And
For sure.
You know what I mean?
It was,
But like,
yeah.
Like, get the sad shit out of the way. And
Right,
we're going to be
right.
fucking the rest of the night.
Right. But that, I was like, oh fuck, that's wild. Do you start with the people who died? I don't know, man.
And like for a lot of them, they're using their porn names, so it really
Right.
is like rot in the mouth.
Yeah, right.
We're like,
In the mouth.
what's his legal name?
Yeah.
What does it say on the man's tombstone?
That's not what his mother called him at birth. But yeah, that was so. I felt like I was in a fucking Christopher Guest movie. I also, on the plane ride there, exclusively watched like 6 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I was looking at the entire thing through Larry David's eyes.
I thought you were saying I exclusively watched porn to get myself.
I fucking wish. No,
And Delta was like, "Miss, this is first class."
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, goddamn right it is. If you're watching us on YouTube, you'd see me fake masturbating. But yeah, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. The fucking starting with the in memoriam, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, and then one of my favorite parts was that.
Oh, God.
There's so many awards, and so ours was a fan. There's like a industry voted award section and fan voted, and we were nominated in the fan voted section. So it was like
awesome.
like a People's Choice Award, basically.
Yeah.
And those were done. You know, they are lesser awards. I mean, like, listen, I didn't have to gag on a cock on air at least to do it.
Oh yeah, we gagged on cocks. Just at the
I gagged on cocks privately and then told the story.
Yeah.
And so it was like these topless girls, a lot of topless girls, talking about the nominees on screen.
Yeah.
And we were behind like everything. It was just like, you know, best anal beads small, best anal beads medium, best anal beads large. And then it was like, literally best adult podcast. It was the last award of the night.
This is what it was. It was like, oh, you know, best sex toy medium, best brand, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and best favorite podcast, Land of the Plug. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, thanks.
Who we thought was going to
Congratulations.
win one. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Plug Talk with our friend Lena the Plug, who
And
is
Adam
beautiful
22.
and there. And I mean, if you don't know how that show goes, like they interview people,
And then
she
they
interviews
fuck.
people, and then they her and
interview
Adam
a woman,
fuck,
and then
them.
her and her husband fuck her. And I gotta say,
You know,
We can't compete with that.
well, can't compete with that, man.
I was telling my
for you.
family, like they were like, "Did you win?" I go, "No," and it almost seems unfair if we did.
Yeah,
win.
it wouldn't have been right. It wouldn't have been right if we
Because,
won.
you
We just
know-
wanted to go.
Yeah, it's like
Truly,
mean,
an
I've
honor
never
to be
left the
nominated.
studio with cum on my face.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. No, please, I don't want that to happen.
2023.
I've never left the studio. I've never been wiping cum off my face and been like, "Great day."
Yeah, and also
Great recording day.
I also just want to shout out the people who do porn. It is a skill to fuck on camera.
Hell
And
yeah.
we've all tried to record ourselves fucking. I do have one video of me fucking that is it's so good, but all the other ones are ugh.
It's like Krystyna's asking the cloud to be breached when she says that.
Hey, if it got leaked,
If it
I
got
mean,
out, it got out.
don't leak it. But like if you did, I'd be so sad. But it is a skill. But there It was and the hosting. So it was Matt Rife.
The Matt Rife, a stand-up comedian.
Stand-up comedian.
Androgynous hottie, a la Austin Butler.
Looks like a hot lesbian, like just gorgeous looking woman. He's so hot. And then Bella Danger, who is an amazing porn star. I love her porn. Oh my God.
And a charismatic little firecracker. I thought she did a great job hosting.
She's fucking Jersey as shit. I loved it. I love her. She's so good at porn.
Sense.
She was so good at hosting. Like she was.
Yeah.
And then Rhea Sunshine was the other host.
And she was a ray of sunshine.
She was. And like your girl, not great at reading out loud. And I totally get that.
Cue cards aren't for everyone.
We were in the same boat, except she was on stage. It was a much harder position to be in. But there's this sketch on SNL with Cecily Strong and Vanessa Bayer. They're like, we're not porn stars anymore. And some of the vibes of the presenting was like that. And then some of them were like, really great hosts that I'm like, shit, you could host like an show and kill it. It was just a mixture and it was really nice. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was, and the outfits were great. It's like, what
many
awards
titties.
show can you show up with your full ass out, and everyone's like, you're one of us.
Who are you wearing?
And I also, there was a couple instances of this happening. And okay, 2 observations. When we were in line for the red carpet, that was like an hour and a half of like TSA level, like zigzagging through the stanchions to wait.
Obviously, only the creme de la creme got through.
Yeah, right. Literally everyone. But that's okay.
5,000 Getty images.
I loved that because I got to fucking see everybody, like look hot.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this. There were men in that line that I made eye contact with and I almost came. I mean, there was at least 4 men. This has never happened to me. And I was telling this to my boyfriend. I was picking him up at the airport last night. I'm like, men don't, there are so many women that I come across like as strangers or women that I know that exude fuck me energy. That it's the way they look at you. It's the way they carry themselves. It's the way they talk. Their fuck energy is just out there. And I rarely get to experience a straight man with fuck energy like that. And oh my good golly, Miss Molly, there were 4 guys there in those lines. And because it was like zigzagging like TSA security, we kept passing them. And I was fucking staring like a creep.
Very hot men.
I was so aroused in that line.
A lot of neck tattoos. A lot of, you know what? I'm not usually into orange men. I'm into orange men in porn.
I'm talking, they were so hot. Like they're in my spank bank by just making eye contact with them. I could not, and I'm like, and I was trying to like overhear. I didn't know, like some of them, I don't think they were in porn. If they are, I will find you and I will bookmark every one of your videos.
Yeah, some of them were just like hot guys dating female porn stars.
Yeah, it was really nice to be like, I don't feel like straight women don't get the opportunity to be as aroused as I think straight men do from women in the world. And let me tell you something, my vagina was pulsating that whole fucking red carpet line. It was so enjoyable. And then the other thing that I observed that I really loved, I think there were 2 instances of this during the actual awards. One of them was like best anal guy best anal scene.
Yeah.
And the chick came up and the guy came up and the woman talked. I forget who won, but she was like, thank you, like this was great. And then she's like, this was my scene partner, like thank you.
Oh, the Australian one.
Yeah, and like, do you want to say anything? And he just goes, hey, it was your butthole. You did all the work. I just fucked your butt. And I was like, that is so true. And I noticed like every time a guy and a girl won an award for like a partnered scene, the guy just didn't say anything and just gave the woman all the kudos because literally all he did was like get hard and then she did all the work and he recognized that. And I was like, thank you for being a feminist, sir.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we did see a lot of like respect to women from within the industry at this awards because it is an industry that would not exist without women, and it wouldn't make nearly like even close to as much money without women. So like in that way, even though a lot of men own these porn companies, it is a female-led industry. And I was really excited to see so many women in directorial positions because a lot of women.
Caden Cross.
And then she wasn't the only one. She was killing it, but she wasn't the only one. And there was so many women who had, most of them had been, porn actors themselves and then went on to direct. But I really, really loved that because that's more women directors than you see at the Academy Awards, like by a landslide.
I know, right?
And I was like, good though, because and I also think that makes it like, I think, safer for women.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, when you have a woman, especially a woman who's done the things she's asking her actors to do.
Yep.
Leading, and that made me feel good and positive about it. You know, and like any industry, there was definitely people who you go, wow, this is like what they were truly destined to do, and they're shining. And there were so many people who would go up and literally, like, you know, be accepting award for like best cum shot in the eye, and then they would be like, thank you so much. I can't believe I won my life, and like, but they really meant it. And I go, listen, if a cum shot in your eye changed your life, fucking kudos. That's great. Like do whatever you need to do. And then, you know, there was a couple people who we were, you know, this is why there's a sex trafficking notice in the bathroom stall. Yeah. And I hope they get the help they need.
Are you in your body, girl?
But when you really think about it, because, you know, that kind of does bother me a little bit.
Industry.
That's every industry. That's certainly
Every
in
fucking
lots of people in comedy.
It's in comedy. Yeah. I think the sex industry, everyone just loves to shit on it, but it's like, it was...
an equal amount of people need help in comedy, I will for sure. and they don't fuck as well. So
not even close.
Sure don't.
Dude. Not even close.
Comedians aren't bad in the bed. I've had plenty of great sex with comedians, but
yeah, it just made me, and it made me like just go, man, sex rule. I just love sex. Sex is the best, and I really appreciate the porn industry and the porn actors for just helping us get aroused. You know what I mean? Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
that was swell.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. So that was it. That was our porn AVN award experience. Thank you so much for the nomination. And
thanks to the fans.
If you voted, we really appreciate you voting. I know you had to create a user account. That was a lot of steps. It's fucking annoying as shit, but we appreciate you. Thank you very much if you voted.
Yeah, and shout out to Big J Okerson, who was also nominated for his show with Ralph Sutton, the SDR show, for, you know, convincing us to come and have a great time, and buying us drinks and showing us your fancy shoes, and then sitting in a much better seat. But that wasn't your fault.
That's okay. Yeah,
that was not your fault.
About that.
And Lainey for organizing the whole thing.
Yeah, so
it was cool. Great. It was great.
All right, now guys, on to our guests. This is our final interview from Skankfest Las Vegas. This is a very Las Vegas theme episode. Two of the funniest motherfucking women in the comedy industry and motherfucking comics in the comedy industry.
Absolutely.
We're really excited. This episode's one of my favorites. This was such a fun time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show
Rachel Feinstein and Annie Lederman. I never stop. It's us. We were behind that the whole time. Welcome to Guys We Fuck.
Did anybody catch a glimpse of Corinne's butt cheeks while she showed me her bruises from goddamn Comedy Jam? Oh, you missed it. You missed it. She was peeking out of that curtain.
And I had to pull my pants down to show Krystyna the length that I went to for my art.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I was very proud of myself. Hello, we're all so old and we keep doing this every year.
I know.
Why?
Who here is fucked up? That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that's a testament to that we're all getting older and they just keep booking the same comics. So we're aging together. This is an AARP meeting now. Skanky.
We're getting closer to our benefits, you guys.
Right? I love it. It's a wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, I love Vegas. For so many reasons. One is, I said this yesterday, but boy, are we tens here.
Yeah,
Jesus
we're so
Christ.
fucking hot.
It's great. You know, being in New York or being in LA, you girls ain't tens there, but goddamn are we 10 in Vegas. It's awesome. I'm eating it up. I love it. I just want to walk around like, oh my, you guys, stop looking.
I have all my teeth and it's a win.
Yeah.
I never even had braces. Holy shit.
You didn't have braces? My mom reminded me when I used to talk to her that she got arthritis in her hands cleaning houses, getting me braces.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. Didn't ask for that, but okay. I went to Starbucks. I have a bit about this, and I'm like, God damn, I am really, everything I say on stage is 100% true. Maybe I should take more artistic license.
Oh, yeah. I know. I wish. So someone heckled me the other day, and they were telling a real life story, and I was like, I wish I could tell you anything that my stand-up was a lie. It's
Yeah.
embarrassingly true.
I went to Starbucks and I got a croissant and I fed the pigeons outside.
I don't know if you guys follow the podcast. Krystyna became a pigeon lady during COVID.
100%. I love birds. They get me. I just think they're beautiful
What
creatures.
does that mean? They get you?
They just, you gotta earn their trust.
That's
you know?
a crazy thing. Yeah, any wild animal, you have to earn their trust.
I just think it's cool. You know, I know that they're not faking it. You know, they really mean it when they like me.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I gotta say, I feed the pigeons a lot in New York City, a lot. And the birds here are fucked up. They look like they've been dipped in oil.
Yeah.
The pigeons here look like they've been like half fried and then thrown back out on the sidewalk. They have like tumors on their feet. I'm like, you guys, this is really sad.
That was such a knowing laugh, as if you know it's some kind of an epidemic in the city of Las
What's
Vegas
happening?
and none of you are doing anything.
How are these pigeons getting showered in gasoline? Like, what do you?
I mean, well, think of what, like, so pigeons eat stuff that's left behind by other people, so they're like eating ketamine and churros.
And Bud Light. They're drinking Bud Light.
They're lucky to be alive. Fucking pigeons.
Ketamine and churros.
They're in a K-hole.
They sure look like it because goddamn, it was like Walking Dead pigeon version. It was, I sat down, I was at a bus stop and I sat down because it was the only bench that I could find. And, yeah, they were all jacked up. There was not one that wasn't jacked up. I'm like, this is fucking sad, you guys. This is, wow. New York pigeons are a 10 here.
Yeah. Whew. That's true. We're going to go home and we're like, you're hot.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. You're majestic as shit.
Well, that is a fun game that Krystyna and I like to play on the road. Sometimes when we're doing like a road gig, we'll look into other cars and see if the dog is hot or not.
Yeah. It's weird.
Relatable?
I know that there has to be at least one woman in here that's seen a German Shepherd that's like,
Right.
fuck, that jawline's pretty sick. I gotta be honest. Like,
You've
that
never
dog,
wanted to mount a Great Dane? Okay, we're not the weird ones, you know?
like that dog will protect me while I sleep and throughout my days, you know, through our dying days.
Well, I remember for several years when I was going through one of my several bouts of depression, this was over a Upright Citizens Brigade improviser. And I was best friends with a pit bull, and I used to feel like I was like fucking my roommate's like pit bull because she would come in after work and we would like be in bed under the covers together.
Yeah, and weren't you like naked?
Well, no, I wasn't naked. One time I did hug that same pit bull shirtless though, and my boyfriend at the time said that I sexually harassed the dog. And I said, he's naked
That guy's put peanut butter on his balls. Who's laughing?
You can hug a dog topless, right?
They've all done way worse to dogs.
That guy wanted an OnlyFans of just naked girls hugging dogs. It's not like I fucking put my pussy juice on him. I mean, that would be inappropriate, but I was just like, my tits just touched his fur. I don't see why this is weird.
Did you like it?
It was nice. It was warm. You gotta get, it's like skin to skin. When you're really sad, you need a mother's love.
Okay. Keep digging that hole, baby girl. Let's go. Hey, if you're gonna say it anywhere, say it at Skankfest Las Vegas.
This is the saddest day of Skankfest. We're all holding on so hard. We're like, if we can just make it to the gym.
I'm gonna crowd surf tonight. I was gonna do it last night, but I was wearing shorts, and I was like, even if someone accidentally grabbed my pussy, I'd kill you. So I got a bad temper. Just wait and see. But tonight I'm gonna wear fucking pants. It's gonna be great.
I couldn't ever crowd surf in shorts because I got a big pussy. The lips sometimes will peek out. You know?
I've seen it. Pretty good. They're like, hey, it's me, Corinne's pussy.
Yeah, it's nice.
So can we talk about you? There's a guy here that you like.
My ex-boyfriend's here.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what do you want to say.
Several of my ex-boyfriends are here. This is one that you don't. This is not a comedian ex-boyfriend. It's one with a job.
And he had a pretty impressive one at that.
Someone who had a job. Yeah,
and tattoos. Ooh,
tattoos and a job. I mean, that's honestly that's
all it takes.
I'm getting better because it used to be just tattoos was the only criteria, and now I've added a job.
Yay,
so,
growth!
Thank you so much, everybody.
So, God, you're just so yourself, and I really love that about you. But when
she means a bitch.
Well, like, okay, so when Corinne gets drunk, she is so nice and sweet to everyone, like more so than sober, like so sweet.
Yeah.
But like if you're a guy's here with you, and not even like kind of in a romantic context, because you're nice to your guy friends. But when a guy's here to like fill like a role in a way, you're such a bitch to him, and it's so fucking funny. And the guy that's here with you goes to me today, or yesterday when you were in the bathroom, he goes, she's like sandpaper sometimes. And he was so upset, and I was like, "Oh, baby, it's okay."
I'm sorry.
She does mean it, but I don't know what else to tell you. It's fine.
This is the most consecutive time I've spent with a man in years because
Really?
I don't allow this 4 days. I've never let a man stay 4 days in my apartment. That's insane.
Yeah, but you took a trip. You took a trip that was more than 4 days.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that was a newer thing though, so that doesn't count. When it's new, you're like every day's a sleepover.
I forgot about that. That was a year ago. Yeah. I think I was just overwhelmed by the grief of my father's death. So I was, it really distracts you.
Yeah.
But I forgot that. But we were also in a beautiful place.
True.
I think I can tolerate people a lot better in Costa Rica than I can at the Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
Call me crazy. I'm a bougie bitch, guys.
We're at 10 in Vegas. I would say we're an 11 at the Golden Nugget, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I get off that elevator and woof.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello, boys.
We are the Golden Nugget at the Golden Nugget. It's crazy.
Good for us.
Yeah, we just like waiting in line at the Chick-fil-A. It's been fun. It's been fun. Is anyone else staying at the Golden Nugget? It's torn everyone down.
2 sobers and a K-hole. Woo! Yay!
Oh my God. Well,
That's amazing.
yes. Okay.
So we love talking about, exes, obviously, and this is the premise of Guys We Fucked. And so since, normally on Guys We Fucked, we love helping women because we like them better, but we also really love men. And there's mostly men at this Gang Fest. So we're dedicating all of our interactive segments yesterday and today to men, especially this one. We want to give you an opportunity at redemption, possibly. So we need one male volunteer, and you're going to win a prize. And let me tell you, it's a good one.
You're going to win a physical prize, but I think there could also be an emotional prize for you if you want.
There 100% will be an emotional prize, but I know that that's not going to get you to come up here. But
less value, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we need somebody who wants to volunteer to bring their phone up and to call one of their ex-girlfriends and pay her a compliment. And you can leave her a voicemail if she doesn't have to answer. But, just say something nice about her.
This could be a real full circle moment for one of you if you want redemption at Skankfest, which I don't think has ever happened in the festival's history.
Yeah, and like a lot of men just don't get opportunities because you don't have the emotional tools, and you think, well, I guess I fucked that one up. I'll never talk to her again. But I say, nay, gentlemen, you have that opportunity tonight.
Don't know. I thought someone was getting up, but it was just someone vaping.
Yeah, that's a very thick vape.
It was just a cloud of vape smoke.
Yeah.
So
it's like a fairy godfather's gonna pop out of it.
That's a woman leaving.
Sweet. Or arriving.
You guys are coming in.
Cute.
So
Hi,
everyone feels like they 100% nailed every relationship that they were in, and they don't owe anyone
an apology.
You can
or
do an
just a
apology if you want.
You can say sorry, or you could just say, hey, I just was thinking about you today, and I'm not going to give you the words because that's your job.
What if I add $20 to the prize?
Do you have that on you?
Yeah, I have $20.
I'll double that and add a 20.
$20. Yes, I knew it. You guys, I have so much more money than that on me, you fucking idiots. What a fucking dumbass.
Okay. Brave sir who's going to pay his ex a compliment. Get on down here.
Work on your negotiating skills in the future.
Hello.
Hi, Jingle
No
Jangle,
spine.
what's up?
Yeah.
Who wears a leather jacket to Vegas? What are you
Daddy.
trying to prove?
Okay.
Trying to prove.
You going to show us a gun? What's going on?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So there's a microphone over
can
there.
You go over there and tell us your name, a little bit about yourself, and then who you're going to call and why.
My name is James.
Hi, James.
I don't know what to say about myself.
Triggering.
Her ex.
It's the most common name in America.
Is it?
And I thought it was Mike. Look it up.
Let's spend the next hour just figuring that out.
Actually, I know that from like a Snapple cap or something, and but it's weird that you guys all just yelled it out so certainly, like you all had that fact in your back pocket. Anyway,
It's the only fact I know.
Yeah.
So, who are we going to call and why?
My ex Danielle. We broke up on really, really bad terms.
It happens.
Really bad terms, and wait, and this is the first time you're going to talk to her?
Yeah.
And you did it for $20?
You're the shit.
You're a G.
And you also just became way more sexier to any woman here, FYI.
I'm also in recovery, so this
Hell
might
yeah.
be part of the 9th step thing.
I love that. Kill two birds,
Inspiring.
baby.
Okay, and so like, can you just give us a little bit, like, so what, was it because of your addiction that the...
No, I was sober.
Oh, you were sober, okay.
Oh, so it's your personality. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Bummer. Yeah.
I didn't grow up in a very positive environment, so I wasn't very good with talking or speaking my emotions. And I didn't learn until much later that it's just important to be there.
Yeah. Oh my God,
That was so mindful,
And now,
James.
now one of my friends says that my issue is that I'm too emotionally available. Like I have to play hard to get or some shit.
Not with that leather jacket. I think you're fine.
Hey.
You know, usually women are like, I don't want a nice guy, but a nice guy who looks like you, that's like kind of aces, to be honest. Emotionally intelligent and a leather jacket and black fingernails. You're doing pretty good for yourself.
I forgot my eyeliner, damn it.
Damn it, indeed. But I love that you wear it.
$20 though.
Yeah.
All right, so do I do this?
Yeah, put her on speaker.
James doesn't know that if no one reacted to the $20, I was like, yeah, you could touch my boob.
You okay, girl?
I don't care. They're little. It's kind of like just like, oh, it's just like checking
Let's
for
not
like
take
a
that off
lump
the
or
table yet.
something.
Okay, well,
I don't care. I feel like there was probably someone in the room who hadn't touched a boob, and I wanted to like do like a Make-A-Wish or something. Yeah, I thought it'd be nice. I don't know. I'm trying.
hey, they're your titties, girl. Do whatever you want. Your body, your choice.
Aren't white women start try like we have to be less elitist or whatever?
Or whatever. Yeah. All right, James. Let's call Danielle.
All right.
I'm so excited.
It's on speaker,
I
right?
have so many people. to
Now it's
call.
on speaker.
Okay. Hold it right up to the.
Danny Sell, leave me a message for calling and make an appointment. Please leave a message, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. For a faster response, please text. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, Danielle. This is James. I am on a live show right now, and they called up somebody to make amends sort of with their ex. And, you know, I just want to say I love you. And we were only together for a very short amount of time, but you were my first real relationship. Everything before that and afterwards has been kind of shitty. But I want you to know that you're loved and valued and cherished. And every single time I talk about you around people, like, it brings tears to my eyes. You know, it's not a really popular thing to admit, especially in a crowd full of people. But yeah, you know, like I love you, and I just wish that you and your family have a fantastic, wonderful, and blessed life. Thank you.
James, that was amazing. I gotta go get my wallet. 1 second.
So we love gifting men sex toys for women, so that, you know, just in case, you know, you can have a little more fun in the bedroom.
For women.
Yeah, or your butthole, you know, maybe that ass needs a little rubbing. But yeah, and then Corinne's gonna give you 20. That was incredible. I'm very fucking inspired. We're all gonna call our exes after this and maybe not be as articulate. That was beautiful.
Do you want me to make peace with my dad now? That would be.
The whole show is just James doing his AA steps.
Mrs. McGillicuddy, I'm sorry I called you a cunt.
This is great.
James, I added $5 because that was so good. So there's $25.
I get a tip. I love when
Thank
men
you so
pleasantly
much.
surprise me. God damn. That's beautiful. Yeah, give him a round of applause. That's amazing. That's. Do you want to do?
Wow, we're like Tony Robbins.
Yeah,
That was
basically.
so good.
Except no one's gonna file a sexual harassment lawsuit against us. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed. Maybe against Corinne.
It would be
I don't know.
me.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be me.
It would be me, definitely.
Did you want to bring the guests up? We're gonna do advice now.
Okay, yeah. Are they here?
Yes, we have at least one.
Okay, yeah. Maybe they can
where'd she
come
go?
give advice.
Is she here?
All right, well, then I guess we're doing advice.
So,
Our guests got bored by the content, so they said we're gonna go to the green room for a second.
So, if you listen to Guys We Fucked, we usually read a listener email somebody looking for advice. And so, since you're here today in front of our faces, we can give you advice to your fucking face. So, if anybody wants to come down and line up on this mic, we can do kind of town hall style. We'll get through as many people as we can. But anybody has a question that they need help on, a dilemma, a situation, we're happy to help. We've been doing doing this for fucking almost 10 years at this point.
Yeah, we
We're
lean
pretty
into
good at
like
it.
sex and relationships, but you can ask us anything, just not math stuff.
They're not gonna ask us math stuff.
I don't know. It might be funny.
Anybody need advice on anything? Anybody got a dilemma? You guys are just, all your problems are solved? Just everything's gravy? Everything's going great?
This is the format of the podcast, so we kind of had to stick to it.
Don't need advice on one goddamn thing. It can be sex stuff. We've interviewed a lot of experts in our days. I've read a lot of books. I also am reading a lot about DMT and aliens, so that's my other niche topic of interest.
Would it be helpful if you could ask the question in the dark? Would anyone?
Yeah, that's true.
Is that what the problem is? Because we can dim the lights.
We'll just do a blackout. All right, just shout your problems at us.
Oh my God, this is.
No one needs advice on anything?
This is so uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm fine.
Are you? Yay, brave sir. Come on down. Thank you. And you guys, if you want to line up, go for it. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Aw. That's her dog's name.
Yeah, it's my dog's name. I love that name.
I don't have a serious question, but
Cool.
I want to do DMT again, but do you know a safe way to get it?
Oh,
Kevin.
This is just all drug. Like, you know where to get coke? Do you know where to get weed?
Only
Do you know
at
where to get acid?
Skankfest would someone come up and just ask how to get drugs.
That's great.
I love it.
So what I would suggest for real is seeking it out in a therapeutic setting. So they're seriously, because then you can have like an out of your body experience. Like, it's not going to be any less fun. DMT, she's done DMT once. I've not done it before, but it takes you away to like another world. So you're not going to like take it at a rave. There's no point in doing that. But I would say wherever you live, Google when you're home, like, you know, therapeutic setting, psychedelic therapy. DMT is part of that. It's legal to do psychedelic therapy with DMT. So I would suggest doing it that way, because then you know you're going to get a safe drug, and then you're going to be monitored, and it's going to be a comfortable environment.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for this, because the only time I did DMT, I smoked it out of a crack pipe from a guy I was dating who told me that we couldn't be together anymore because I was a Jew. So
everybody has their own experience, right?
True story.
How did your first DMT trip go? Did you see anything?
It was pretty good. I was working as a pizza delivery driver back then, and there was this really sketchy guy, and I only was friendly with him because he was like the psychedelic plug around there.
Got it.
Okay.
And one day after work at like 3 a.m, I went back to his parents' house.
Uh-oh.
He was like 26 or something.
How old were you?
I was like 19.
Oh, wow.
And
some Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
And we did it in his bedroom, and it was fucking crazy. He didn't give me that much. I think he was afraid that I was going to trip out or something, but
yeah,
the room started to change. I feel like I got a glimpse into that world.
Were your eyes closed or open?
They were open.
Oh, okay.
You gotta close
Do it with
them.
so if you do it in a therapeutic setting, they're going to give you like a sleep mask basically, and you're going to go to another dimension, baby boy.
It's kind of like a kaleidoscope. Like if you, but yeah, when you close your eyes, it's almost like you're in the world. Like, did you go to a different place?
I might have closed my eyes for a second. I remember the room started to change. I think I did close my eyes a little bit. I remember being in like a hallway with like a lot of checkered shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, hallway. Yeah. That's part of it. Yep. Okay, next time. Yeah, I would say Google whenever, I don't know where you live, but like Google like therapeutic psychedelic therapy near me and go from there. Because you want to travel a little bit more.
Okay.
I feel like he was really hoping for a response like, oh, there's a guy over there.
I don't carry it in my purse. Thank you for asking.
Happy tripping.
Let's bring up our guests.
Yeah, we are so excited. We have lots of different people on the Guys We Fuck podcast, but at Skankfest specifically, we absolutely only book women. It's very important to us because this is a festival for rapists. And I think that's known. I think there's a T-shirt that says that at the merch booth.
Probably.
But also there's just so many incredible female comedians who are at this festival, and we want to spotlight how wonderful they are. So let's give a warm welcome to Annie Lederman and Rachel Feinstein. Woo! Hell yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was a little late. I was raping a guy outside.
Yes, girl, feminism.
Taking back the night, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
If any woman was gonna rape here, definitely be you,
It's
Annie.
me,
Like
baby.
100%.
I'm doing it for Kim Congdon, all right? I'm taking back the night.
Yeah. Vengeance is ours.
We're worth it.
We are worth it.
I do feel like Skankfest is always like one rape allegation away from being, this is the last one.
Yeah, right.
Cherish our time here while we can.
That is so true. Let's go to a caller.
Have you been raped at Skankfest?
Come on up to the mic. We'll talk about it. You know, it's traumatic.
Can't think of a more fun-loving game than that.
Yeah.
I did just watch Lewis get a gun shoved up his ass.
Again?
In the other room.
Was it loaded?
It was, I don't know, it was lubed up, I'll tell you, it was lubed. But the funny part was I actually got an asshole's like view, and
you saw his butthole opening up?
His asshole was so big that I'm not buying that it was the first gun in that butthole.
Oh, it wasn't. I saw it happen in Queens. No, he got it done at the creek in the cave. Yeah.
Faking.
He had a saggy asshole. I love that you could see that from afar. That's a fucking poem.
Saggy and baggy.
His asshole fell longer than his balls. That's cute.
What a baggy booty
Prolapse.
hole.
Yum.
Oh my God.
Some people
Prolapse.
knock that, sticking a gun up your ass, but it's actually, I find it's a helpful morning exercise. Sometimes I just, do like a gratefulness thing, but I alternate.
Yes.
Gratitude, asshole
They're
stuff.
both equally grounding, I find.
And if you kegel hard enough on the thing, it kind of does your glutes, so you kind of get it all. It's like a squat.
Right, because you got to
It's
clench
honestly like
it.
a squat.
So that opens up an interesting topic, though. So if I think we should go down the panel, and you could say what the craziest thing that you've ever had in your butt was. I mean, you can say dick, but I would hope that it was something else.
God, I haven't had anything. I want to lie now, but I can't think of a good lie.
Have you had a dick in your butt?
No, I have not had a dick in my butt.
Your butthole's a virgin?
Yes, and nobody's even bothered to tell me that like I'm the best they've ever had. Like nobody could tell me that lie and look in my eyes because I really.
That's so funny.
Phoned it in, like no one's even.
But Rachel, here's the thing. Like
I've had sex with people that are wasted and they still can be like, "You're the best."
No, but Rachel, the fact that you haven't had butt sex is a testament to how good that puss is.
Yeah.
Guys been like, let me get in that
They only
hole.
They go to the first bus stop and they don't need to go to the second one.
Yeah.
That's
We don't
fucking
go to
great.
a second location with Rachel Feinstein.
When guys go, can I put it in your ass? I'm like, ugh, I guess the other one isn't as good now.
I guess
Okay.
my first hole's looking like Lewis's asshole.
Yeah.
A little baggy up there.
A little saggy baggy. So no one's ever asked to put it in your butt?
I remember my husband now, he's like a repressed Catholic, so he's pretty basic. We're both like equally boring. But the guy before that, I do remember he took me to dinner or something. Like there was some sort of.
That's the first guy that ever did it. You were like, I'll never forget the time I was taken to dinner.
I think I was just afraid or something. Like I'm very prude. Like I haven't had many because I think that I'm such a disappointment sexually in every way. I'm realizing right now.
So what do you do bad in bed?
I just like to like cuddle a lot in the beginning and make out and just I can imagine it's pretty exhausting. But I try to like tell guys ahead of time. I'm like, look, if I was your like sexual attorney, I'd recommend that you don't take this deal.
Right.
Not a good deal for you.
If you had a crush on me, maybe just keep the crush, you know?
Yeah.
Don't let me ruin this.
And it's not because I think I have some golden pussy that's special. It's just that,
Maybe you do though, Rach.
no, it's not. It's not. But it's just because it's just fear. Like I'm just afraid.
I imagine your pussy as like a bag of Jewish gelt, Hanukkah gelt.
Yeah.
You know, there's like there's like a.
What's that thing you hang outside your door? A mezuzah. Mezuzah. You got a little mezuzah up there.
Yes, I do.
Mezuzah. She's got a mezuzah.
Yeah.
That is the finest suggestion I've gotten in a while.
I love
should
that.
hang a mezuzah outside of my vag.
Have you ever touched a guy's butthole with
No,
anything?
guys touch my butthole. Let's make no mistakes here. But I just haven't had like a.
Was it at Skankfest? This was. Was it while you were walking through that other room? The rape room, the fondle room.
It wasn't.
Was it Pauly Shore?
No, it wasn't.
I like that walkway where we
It
can just
wasn't
go
in the
through people
fondling.
fingers.
It wasn't in the fondling den, but I did. I think the closest to like a full finger was when I'm not name dropping, but I used to work at Dry Clean USA.
Oh my God.
And my manager, Roger, he really gifted himself with a nice under squeeze of my ass. And I feel like he caused it. Yes, he really did. Roger,
Like non-consensually, or like were you making?
No, Roger was a bad. He was a naughty man.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
We're gonna
Roger.
have to-
He was a deep asshole. But he also, like, if anybody would come in, he would lie about dry cleaning their stuff. And yeah, he would just fucking.
Are you
watch.
serious?
And then act like the lady was a twat, like fucking calling him on it. You know, I'm more angry about that than he was.
Why are there visible threads hanging from my Gucci sweater? I don't know. Fucking it doesn't not dry clean, I guess.
This lady came in and she's like, Roger, you washed this, and he's like, no, I didn't. And if you got any complaints, you could take it up with the board of dry cleaning. He knew she would never fucking do that.
The board of dry cleaning?
Yes,
that's a thing.
I'm gonna do that. Like that's like I'm more likely to like take my own life than fucking. So much angrier about this than him grabbing my ass. And then she walked out and he goes, you know what? He goes, I washed it every time. I never dry cleaned it.
That fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
He goes, and you know what? She could lick the sweat off my hoo-has.
Oh my God. I hope he's dead.
I like Roger.
I don't.
Available?
Well, when I worked at
Does he have a tattoo?
When I worked at Dry Clean Canada, they did not treat me like that.
The most interesting thing I've had up my ass. I've put a lot of stuff up guys' asses. I would say
toys, like
yeah.
Have you been to the Mutter Museum in Philly, where it's like it's like a medical monstrosity?
Oh, the Mutter Museum. Yes, I've been there.
No.
They have like a file cabinet, like from the library, that they, the Dewey Decimal one, with all the cards.
Yeah, right.
You open them and it's just things that they found, that doctors have found inside people's bodies.
Holy
shit!
shit.
Have one for you that's like what you put in guys' butts.
Oh, there's been so much. I've melted a guy's prostate before. That was with my hands. But I put a Helix 2, which is a prostate simulator, because I don't know if you know this, men, but you have a treasure trove up your asshole where you can have an orgasm that will truly change your life and you will see God or whoever the fuck you believe in. And I've done that with a guy.
But I feel like I want you to only regular. I don't want you to have that orgasm. Is that okay?
I do. Because then you won't shoot up
You
schools.
don't get that.
Wait, why?
Is that okay?
Why?
I 100% agree with Annie.
It's like women's rights. Like, fuck you. The amount of times I fuck guys and didn't come, I'm like, you're not allowed to have the extra fun orgasm.
Well, I save that for like a guy that I love,
No, this is, even if I love them, it's your fault. Your species.
Yeah.
Your species' fault.
Yeah, Annie and Corinne, like, they walk their boyfriends around on leashes and shit. Like,
Well,
that's
I honestly just found out in prison, if you want a guy to be your bitch,
I love where this is going.
You pull your pocket out.
Yeah.
And then they have to hold your pocket.
This guy's like, yep,
I go,
that's
I
correct.
can make my boyfriend do that.
That's what Lewis's asshole looks like.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's unbelievable.
No, well, Gen Z is very into like doing stuff to pleasure a guy's butt and like convincing them to do butt stuff, but like they're fighting against it. So like I agree with Annie. Like, why are we trying to force pleasure on men? Like, I wouldn't force
But it has to go through them having like an existential crisis about their sexuality. I'm into that. Like, I'll get to
right
that
as
part.
he's coming in, he's
I'll
like,
get
"You're
to that
gay."
part, but I'll make my twin brother come in and be the one that does it. You know what I mean? We'll do a swipsy swapsy. All of a sudden, it's Max
You should
Letterman.
pitch this to MTV. I like this concept.
Listen, Comedy Central, MTV, you guys aren't doing great in ratings. I think I have
they're
the show
not.
for you.
Yeah.
It is a wacky switcheroo.
It's cribs, but it's an asshole. It's inside the asshole. Let me show you inside where the magic happens.
I think
It's the reboot of Next.
Can we put Rachel's mic up a little more? Thank you. What have
Put
you
mine
had?
down a little. I'm very loud.
Corinne, what's been up your ass?
I think for me, I mean, I guess the weird anal beads, which I really like because it feels like you're pooping, which is what's a better feeling than that? Like when you got to take a big dump and then you do it, but there's
like sneezing from your
there's
ass.
zero cleanup for it. It's phenomenal.
But can we also agree that it sucks here at Skankfest to have to take a shit? Every fucking
I've taken so
stall
many
is
shits.
out of order.
Yeah, that's true.
Taking a shit in the festival?
Well, how else are you going to take a shit?
In your hotel room? I didn't poop at
Oh, I've
once
pooped
in the
here
festival.
twice.
I don't have a decision of where I'm shitting. You guys get to decide. Did you not do all the acid I did last night?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no.
like, I didn't know a side effect of last is explosive diarrhea at Skankfest.
I love that every toilet's clogged here. It's so correct that every toilet doesn't work.
I think
feels
you
so
turn
right.
the mic down instead of up.
And mine's
There's a lot of confusing things happening.
There
I was
we
like,
go.
that's all the way. That's all.
Thank you.
Obviously, they're just afraid of strong women.
Yeah, makes sense. Even the tech guys, like,
Literally.
It felt anti-Semitic, honestly.
When you said you didn't do butt stuff, they turned it down.
yeah, like, boo, we don't care from you.
I've been, by the way, I've been so distracted for the last 5 minutes by like why somebody hasn't pushed more. Like I've had one candle at dinner. Nobody else has really asked about my ass. Thanks. Can we play some soft piano music, maybe?
I like the idea of like a candle at dinner, and then they like blow the candle out, and they're like, "Bend over, Rachel," and they both get like, "I'm gonna stick this in your ass."
It's not like I've been pushed. I've been like, no, I'm too special. I can't. Like I really haven't. No.
Well, so Rachel, out of all of it, you're the only one married,
Yeah.
and so like when you're married, you see your husband, like you gotta like gross stuff happens that you guys have to like either hide from each other or not.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that? Like how does that like? Because like I don't want to smell my boyfriend's poop ever.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like it, and it's not his fault. I'm not mad at him. I'd rather not because it's you know. But when you're married, you can't. You're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, he has a special toilet that like blows his asshole with like it sprays his asshole and does all this dumb stuff
With a
too.
fire hose?
His toilet infuriates me. He has a lot of pride in his toilet. He loves disgusting toilets. What could there ever be to say about a fucking toilet?
Can I just say
So he has
something,
a
Rachel?
big
I
dick.
think that's him telling you he wants you to do stuff to his ass.
It might be code for
Like,
that,
want me to
honestly.
strap
It's
it
like,
on.
look at this toilet.
You're right.
My asshole's so clean.
It's clean. There's not even one crumb. Not even one crumb ever.
walk in
I
and
love
he's-
it. Brushing up against my butthole.
You walk
gently.
in the bathroom, his feet are off the ground. He's levitating on a fucking thing.
So yeah, come on.
You're
get
like,
the
he's not into butt stuff. He's like screaming for it, bitch. Screaming for it.
Come on, pastor. Come on, pastor. Come on, or whatever Catholic thing.
Also, do you girls do the unmarried? Don't we think that maybe since she's the only one that's married, maybe we gave our assholes out too soon?
I think. Oh yeah, I give my asshole away like the first time. I'm like, just love me, sure, whatever hole.
Wait, I love it.
Yeah, no, this is really great for me too.
I love when it burns. Is it bleeding? Oh, yum. I love this.
Oh man, I just in my head I'm like, cut to Krystyna's face as I'm getting plowed up the ass, just not enjoying it at all.
I only had gay friends for a long time, so I feel like I was like raised by a different species, and
Yeah.
that'll get me canceled in a second.
No, but gay, like they're the kings, like the ones that like take it. But
Well, I don't think
obviously
it's
not
good
every
to
gay
call
man
them a
does.
different species, but that's fine.
Guys are.
What?
You guys are a different species. Trash.
Yeah.
Trash. No, we love you. We love you. We love
I
you.
used to listen to. We had one of my friends' moms, which she would get really wasted every night and just get plowed out. And we used to like. I'm not
What?
kidding. Yes.
And you heard her?
Well, not only did we hear her, you guys, we
You were
would
part of it?
gather around and listen outside the door for fuck sounds. We were like, oh, we're gonna go listen to fuck sounds. Like it was a fun activity.
It's like in middle school, like
How old
let's
were
watch
you?
Sex in the City. Let's go watch our friend's mom
It was
get
the
plowed.
first ever podcast.
Sex and Cindy.
We would sit outside her door in a row. Like nothing horrifies me more than imagining like young children like lined up outside my
old were
bedroom
you?
door. Like maybe we were like I don't know. I think like we were like 12 or something like that.
Okay.
And we would play a game where we would like hump each other and
Yeah, I did that too.
you did a humping game, right?
Yeah, hump butts.
Yeah, we did hump. We would play. I talked about it on stage, but we would play boss and secretary, and my friend was Harry Company. She was the boss, and
Harry Company was her
Yes,
name.
the name was Mr. Company. Yeah.
What?
Was she the CEO of?
And I don't.
Dry Clean USA.
Bull City. No, we dry cleaned it. Come on.
She was getting so many complaints. You would be role playing, and all of a sudden there'd be a complaint. I think this guy washed my shirt.
I was Chrissy Tinker as the secretary. The game was so disturbing.
Oh my god.
So the game was we all played it in her dad's office. He had no idea we were playing this weird whore game in his office. And basically I was the real dumb secretary, just like dumb as a real hole, just a pointless idiot. And she was always angry about something that wasn't done in time. And I was just this real dizzy bitch that tried to support Mr. Company, but got it wrong because I'm a woman. So stupid. And the game would basically be she's like, Chrissy, where the fuck are my briefs? Damn it. Like real angry. And I'd be like, I'm trying, Mr. Company. I'm doing the best I can. I'm just a woman and I'm scared and my tits are confused. And then she'd get more and more angry about her briefs. I guess we just thought like that's what men need, their briefs
You
in
should
the
have brought
office.
underwear. You should have been like, here are your briefs.
I should have used actual, and then she would sort of lift my chin up, and then at the end, I'd be like, I'm sorry, Mr. Company, I can do better, I'm sorry. And then she'd be like, Chrissy, I'm sorry we quarreled.
This is advanced role play.
Very advanced.
I know, I'm getting wet.
The chin up move? That's like, are you Leonardo DiCaprio?
Are we about to play a hump
Wait,
game
maybe
live?
I am good at bed.
You guys get more than you bargained for.
If you guys want to try this at home, get
Corner's looking
involved.
really good. Isn't this a funny game?
Oh my
And then I would smack. We would smack each other. Oh
my
smacking.
God.
Yes.
Whoa.
Wait, can I just say that you
Kinky.
got this from somewhere? Like, one of you guys saw something fucked up.
You know what I
Yeah.
think it was? I think it was I was really obsessed with soap operas, and I saw some girl get smacked on a soap opera. Also, how fucked up is it? I don't know if this is Santa Barbara, but I was obsessed with that one. I wanted that kind of that blonde, just sprinkled with Christ, like Hitler Youth kind of fucking look. And I was obsessed
Right
with
here,
Eden.
baby.
I know.
Jealous.
I'm actively jealous. That's exactly what I've wanted to look like my entire life. I used to take a piece of yellow yarn and just put it on top of my
That's
penis
sad
shoes,
as
bro.
shit.
How dark is that?
That's so sad,
And I
Rachel.
really thought I was fooling like the boys in my class. Just one piece of yellow string just dangled atop my heinous Jew's nest.
That'll get him to like me.
But Eden on that show, I think it was her, that character, and she got raped. And in the
Whoa.
yes,
Best
and then-
episode ever.
Skank
Ratings
Fest.
skyrocketed.
That was a Skank Fest episode.
And then as soon as she got raped, I didn't really understand what rape was, but then she got a lot of visits for men, and she would lay in this sort of rape bed, and they would washcloth her and like try to avenge her rape. And so I thought, oh, that's got to be a good thing, because then you get extra
Protecting her.
attention, and
Right.
people you get to nap, and people washcloth you. and shit.
All your friends come to see you.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And then also in that same soap opera where I got a lot of my great ideas, like whenever like a guy would get fresh, the woman would smack him, and I thought like, oh, one day it seems so fun. I'm like, one day I'll be a woman and a man will get fresh with me, and then that'll be exciting. Like that means I've achieved something, and then
Right.
I get to smack them, and they'll think
is
I'm sexy.
True.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is real.
When I was a little girl, I was like, man, I'm going to wear a dress every day when I'm a woman. That was my fantasy. It was just, I'm going to wear a dress every single day.
When I was a little girl, I got my period in my Umbros, and I went, what is this? And that was the first time I learned I was a girl. And then I still don't realize I'm a girl until I stand up from a couch and there's a red blood stain on it. It's shocking every time.
Cute.
What a beautiful story.
I'm coming out as trans. Hello.
Aw, congrats.
What's the craziest thing you stuck in your ass, Annie?
Not too crazy either. I mean, I had a penis, some fingers. I'm not too much of an ass part. I have a lot of food allergies. I kind of try to save people. You know, most of the fingers I've gotten on my ass are more medical. Like,
Yeah.
can you push it back in?
Right.
I feel it outside. Can we get that guy back in there? And
Have you ever gotten a GYN exam by a man and gotten aroused?
no.
Oh, okay. I thought
but
you-
I've gotten
I thought
one
you would
where-
say yes out of everybody here.
No, but my guy was. He wasn't good. He wasn't a good guy. You know, what I
Kept
mean?
sneezing.
But he fingered me. He fingered me, and then he stuck a finger. He gave me like the 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. And
A
I was-
gynecologist?
Yes.
That's not supposed to happen,
No,
girl.
I know. And then I was like, this is new. And then I'm glad you
New
said that 'cause I
agey.
forgot about this. I blacked it out, but I was like, and then
Wait, you
as
forgot about this
remembered-
until now?
it's something I've talked about. It's not like a new, but I just when
Yeah,
you said
it's-
things in your ass, I wasn't thinking like
Right.
that I
Right.
paid with insurance for it.
Right.
But he
Makes sense.
but he stuck his finger in my ass, and I was like, oh my god, because I had had no butt stuff by then, and I would have shaved, but he pulled it out, and right at that moment he goes, "Are you Tim Letterman's sister?" And I am. And I was like, it was just the weirdest timing, and I was like, it was just that moment was when he realized that his son was in the same fraternity as my brother,
Oh my God.
and he had just put it together. I don't know what about my asshole did
Yeah,
it, but-
gyno should never finger your
and
asshole.
then or know your brother, honestly.
Right.
Was he saying why he put his finger in your asshole?
was there-
I didn't have my voice yet. I was only 4
Right.
years into comedy, you know. I hadn't,
Oh, yeah,
I hadn't been
yeah.
on the
Couldn't
road.
stand up for yourself. Yeah.
No, but I just was like, maybe I'm, when you're like, maybe I didn't know the butthole's a part of it. But I think I talked to Dr. Drew about it. I know famous people, but $600.
No, I want to know what Dr. Drew said.
What did he say?
He said that a lot of he said that back in the day, people were trained to do that. They should tell us ahead of time, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
But that it was very sexist the way that that doctors were taught to treat women, and that they just kind of go.
Yeah,
go in.
Just like not,
they don't narrate what they're doing.
Yeah, but now it's like I went to my I didn't have insurance for so long because I lived in my car, but now it's $600. But
Yes,
Louis Vuitton on the floor. Don't even care about it.
I had the oldest gynecologist, 100. He was about to die. He might have passed on while he was had insurance
Right inside you.
Just the oldest man in the world, and him and his wife ran this clinic together. And whenever I would lay on my back in the stirrups, he used to come in.
They put you on your back. What if I was also?
Was I not supposed to be on my back?
You're not supposed to bend over the
Fully
bed, Annie.
molested. I was like, you didn't have 4 guys come in and do it.
Red flag. Oh my God.
You didn't have a football team. That's
Wait a second.
Now, give me that guy's phone number.
Outside in the park.
Whenever I was on my back, also, he gave me the same speech. He would always come in and name drop that he knew the guy that invented the pap smear.
He's like, I know Pat Smear.
He goes, I was good friends with George Papadopoulos. He invented the pap smear. We were very close associates.
By the way, how did he invent it? He just scratched a cervix one day and he was like, ooh, we can see that in this.
How did he invent it? I do want to know how he stumbled across the idea.
Like, let me take this brush and shove it up this puss real quick. Let me see if I can brush the most painful brush that's.
Wait, when he went to put the clamps in you, was he like, hey,
Yes,
go?
he was always, you guys, he was always violently shaking, just like
Tremor.
Did you come accidentally?
And he,
Ooh,
and his wife and him ran. It was a mom and pop shop. Him and his wife ran.
Mom and pop
yes,
shop?
and the wife had one wayward, rancid eye that was always they were both not. They both were not okay. They should have been buried, not just dead, but already they should have been buried years before they saw my.
They're relics.
Yes,
They lower you down 6 feet to get your exam. They have you in the stirrups, just going down into
the guy from Up. It's the guy from Up.
And
he dies like this. He dies like this, and this is his rigor mortis.
It's like a mechanic.
Just lower down on. Then you just check his nails afterwards to get HPV.
3 more years of summer. Yay.
And the shadow would always be to the north. That's actually how you could tell.
He didn't deliver your baby, did he?
No, God, no.
Oh my God.
He's so dead right now. The two of them are absolutely dead.
Delivering your daughter,
But
he died. And then now your daughter is him.
No.
Rebirth.
I just had to stop and go someplace to think about that. I had to go to a meadow. I had to go to a meadow to contemplate that for a moment. It was kind of fascinating, actually. No, he's dead as the day is long. But as I was laying on his stirrups, he goes to me. He always said the same 2 things. First, the fucking thing about the Papadopoulos. I already know you're fucking moving and shaking with Papadopoulos. Get out of here.
I've heard this bit. I know the beats to
I
this
know.
story.
You were on his dick, obviously, and you thought you came up with the pap smear. There was some resentment in there, too. It was his idea, I think he thought, He's like, we talked about it a lot. There were a lot of discussion. Anyway, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him.
You got Steve Jobs.
And then he used to always say this. When you put me in stirrups, you go, I always say the same thing. With this abortion thing, it should be legal. It should be legal. It's not right. It's got to be legal. And I don't even use the term abortion. I say terminate because it's not a kind term. So when you're getting an abortion, you have to remember when you're and he said abortion 9 times after applauding himself for not using the word, which I didn't realize was offensive. And then, so as he was about to do the pap smear, right above my head, he had a framed picture of Jackie Onassis. And he go, I want you to look at something graceful while something extremely uncomfortable
I look at something wretched.
Isn't that bizarre? Exactly. It's so weird. When I look at your disgusting hole, I'd like you to look at a picture of elegance. And it was on the ceiling, you guys, on the ceiling.
Oh my
The weird
God.
thing is on the ceiling of my gynecologist, they actually had the picture of JFK's head getting blown off. And I was like, that does look very similar. I was like, is that a mirror?
And he's
Oh
like,
my
I'll
God.
never switch offices ever. I'm so loyal. I'm so loyal.
Yeah, it was just like her in a boat in Hyannisport.
That's kind of sweet. He was like female positive. He's like, I'll tell you, when I was there when women got to vote.
Yes, his heart was in the right place, but it was very, the whole
I
experience
want
was
you to look
always
at,
very
like,
confusing.
right now we'd have Michelle Obama up there.
Obama.
Obama.
Is your GYN a man, Corinne?
What?
You're a GYN guy? Or
No, it's a woman. She looks like Salma Hayek.
Oh, give me her number.
Yeah, she's hot as
My
shit.
GYN, I have a new one. I only went to once.
Oh, thank you.
The first time I went to her, she's like, "So you want to freeze your eggs?" I'm like, "No, ew, maybe. What?"
Do it, bitch. Oh my God. Yes.
She like
gotta
called
do
me
it
into her
now if you're
office
gonna
after
do
the
it.
exam.
Have
I mean, I'm
you
not.
didn't
but-
freeze them?
No.
Wait, did you freeze your eggs?
Yeah, I have frozen embryos. I have 4.
When did you do it?
Embryos? Wait, that means it's merged with a sperm
Yeah,
already?
my boyfriend, we put his sperm in.
Really?
Whoa, it's like serious.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get married.
This is
Are you really?
Yeah, once I can get the amount of money of the ring I want into his bank account somehow, with it feeling like I'm not paying for it.
Right.
Like we're making
put it in, you forget about it.
$25,000 bets. I'm like, I bet you 25 grand. I'm like, oh, there it is.
that was every step of being proposed to. I orchestrated. It was
Yes.
so dark. It was dark terrain. I was
you
just like-
orchestrated your
Of course,
proposal?
yes, it was all. It wouldn't have happened. Yeah, he was just exhausted. I think
ruined
he was.
it, yeah.
He was depleted, and he was like, I guess so.
Fighting fires or like?
No, I mean just like. First of all, he did tell me that he wanted to ask my dad's permission before he asked me to marry him. I was like, oh, that's sweet, you know. And he's like, yeah, I thought I'd drive down to Maryland. I'll talk to him about it, and I can get the new iPhone tax free on the way. Why would you say that out loud?
Multitasking.
That's an inside thought.
Well, my boyfriend, when we were back in family vacation, my boyfriend asked my parents for my hand in marriage, and then I walked in and my mom goes, Todd just asked us a question. I was like, right now, right as it happened, you're telling me? I thought it was supposed to be like a secret.
Right, like a surprise.
Because don't you want a proposal to be like kind of a surprise?
It's not, look.
I had the same kind of thing. Yeah,
It's it'll be like there's a window between this day and this day, and it'll be within a week. You know what I mean? Do it.
I'm gonna get my nails done. I'm gonna look really cute. Just
Yes.
FYI, put it on your calendar.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when he asked my dad is not protective at all. Like he's just, he's just like a frazzled Jew. Like he didn't even know what the fuck my husband was talking about.
Did he slap him across the face? Was he like, lift your chin up?
He was.
Hey.
On my wedding day, when he was walking me down the aisle, my dad was like in a rush. I had to like put. He was like, "Oh, we gotta go. Let's come on." I'm like, "It's not the vibe right now, Dad." Like, I had to like tell his hand where it should go on my lower back. It was such a sad. I'm like, "No, Dad, you have to like. It should be protected."
Your heel's broken. He's like dragging you. He's like, "Hop on my back. I'll get you there faster."
I like having heads up on all this stuff, so I won't be disappointed if I ever do get married or proposed to. That like it might go like that, and that's okay.
No, when he asked my dad's response, he said, "Can I ask Rachel to marry me?" I swear to God, you guys, my dad's exact quote, not exaggerating at all. My dad goes, "We don't have any cash for you." Cash.
Like it was getting
Do you know
robbed.
what it means? Do you know what that means?
Foolish.
Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Your dad has cash everywhere in his house.
Whoa, it's buried in the floorboards. You should
Why
look in
would
the
it be an
vents. Look in
option?
the vents.
Yeah, he was
That's where
too
Walter
defensive.
Whitehead.
Why no one was even talking about that.
Yeah.
Nobody was talking about money. What the fuck?
You need to take a knife to your dad's mattress because there's some shit in
You
there.
have siblings, right?
I have 2 brothers.
Two.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're the. Oh my God.
Yes.
You're the only girl.
They didn't give a crap.
And he did add, he goes, "I don't have any cash for you, but you trade her for like an older goat or something," which was kind of funny. But yeah.
Yeah, my dad's like, there's no dowry. He always says that to everyone. But I have 2 brothers too. That's why we get along.
Yes, I always feel like right away I can say the most like foul and honest thing to you whenever I see you, and it's very
Yes, it's
satisfying.
Yeah, right.
We've gone in.
Did you guys? And yeah, well, actually, we all have only
We
brothers.
only have
Corinne and I have
brothers.
a brother too.
I have a brother, yeah.
Did you see like their dicks growing up? Accidentally,
My
or
dad's
not?
like
But
10 million times, but not my
one time I
Yeah,
accidentally.
I've also seen my dad's. May he rest in peace, but not my brother's. So
I see my dad's. Yeah, because I took a
May
shower
he
with him
rest
once when I
his
was like
peace.
4.
May he rest his peace is fucking hilarious. How did your mind just do that so fast? That was
It's the acid. I've learned more.
that was
I know
a
more than I knew
marvelous
yesterday.
moment.
Are you on acid now?
No. It
Wait,
was
where do you
yesterday.
get it? Well, don't tell
I'll
me
get
now.
you.
Tell me
Do
later.
you want to do acid?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do
Okay,
it.
That's so
Okay.
exciting.
she has a long drive tomorrow, so this is a good idea.
Can I tell you guys how I feel about this? Is what I want more of you. I feel like we haven't got to like really be together.
Ditto. Yeah.
In like our careers, like I haven't gotten you yet. And like last
She
night.
hasn't gotten to us
No,
yet.
but I haven't. Like we're like orbiting, and I love you, and I want to,
Yeah.
Yeah, when
But-
she has time.
when you saw my dog last
Randy,
night.
yes.
Okay, so last night I'm like all fucked up. You guys, I don't know what you guys are on because we didn't like meet, but you
Booze.
you were on a different floor, like there's 2 elevators, and you had to go to the next elevator to go up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's how I feel about us. Like we're always going. They didn't put us on the right elevators.
Ships passing in the night.
But I'm gonna get you. So watch out, bitches.
Horny.
Dose her with acid.
I know what you mean. I feel like that. I feel like that about all of you guys. Like I feel like we're like about to be around, we're not. Going
But don't you feel like we're getting on the right elevator now? You and me are like getting on the right elevator.
Yes, I feel like.
I want to get on the elevator.
Yeah.
And you guys, should we all just give each other a sponge bath? Start crying all the time.
I forgot you guys are here.
I feel like everyone's just sitting here patiently waiting for us to fondle each other.
I just wanted to. I'm like, you
were like,
let's
this
just
is-
get in the bath already.
You just see vape smoke.
Wow. Did that come from your dick or your vape?
Well, because this is the gayest festival. Like the guys are always like sucking each other off, and like the girls are like, "We'll
Which
be
I
clothed
love.
for this." It's much
No,
different.
literally, 2 hours ago, I was watching Jason Ellis try to suck his own dick. And
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was walking around naked in the green room, like just like hanging, and he was just, and
It's
I
a
was
good
sitting in a
look. It's a
chair,
good look,
and he
yeah.
was walking, and I'm like, dude, your dong's like eye level. You gotta. I mean, I'm gonna look at it, but like, put it away.
Somehow I'm missing
You're like, I
everything.
happen to be kneeling, which is so weird.
I'm like, while we're here.
Why'd you come in when I was actually opening my mouth and kneeling? That's so awkward.
I really like sucking dick. Do you guys?
I do. I have a little TMJ, so sometimes I get a doctor's note, but...
Okay. Corinne doesn't like it. Do you like it, Rach?
Doctor's note is hysterical.
once I have their love, not as much. Do you know what I mean? In the beginning, I'm like, oh, it's so fun.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I started phoning it in a little later on. Yeah, but so does he. I mean,
Literally, we're just like...
he's taking some swings, but he even stopped taking. But he's taking wild swings. I don't know what exactly.
Swings? Wait, what do you
I'm
mean?
imagining like a mushroom stick.
No, I'm saying like I said I phone it in a little bit. Then I'm like, so does he. Like he'll go like I don't know what he's even trying to accomplish sometimes. I'm like, no, you don't even.
Have you guys, be honest, have you done the one a dick?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I make
Can't
it
stop
talk.
doing it.
I make it talk to the pee hole. I'm like,
Wait,
what,
it's
Mr.
so
Dick? How
sad.
you doing?
They hate
I'm
that.
okay today.
Wait,
what
have you
are
ever made a
doing?
guy come in his own mouth? That's my shit.
I know, but I've had
How?
him his own come from my mouth.
Oh,
Wait.
correct.
Someone at this festival, I did it too.
Oh. Yeah,
I do give like an Amish hand job where I bat a stick back and forth, and I pretend like I'm an Amish girl, and I think this is how you give a hand job.
It's like
I've
you're
just been
sweeping his dick
trained.
with a
You're like,
broom
no,
made of
Yes.
horsetail.
Flaccid post-sex penis. It's important that it's flat, and I act like I think that's when the hand job. I'm like, there you are, perfectly administered hand job.
Why isn't it doing it?
Anne Frank sweeping her attic.
And I'm fun after and before sex. I do bring a lot to the table before and after.
Oh, it's a
I also
silly
like to
time.
make his flaccid dick read like the hotel Bible, like it's like a pointer to underline John 16. And I think that's fun.
And he lets you.
Yeah, he just sort of like lays there, and I think he thinks it's a fun, loving time. Sometimes, yeah. And he's a Catholic, but he lets me kind of underline the important passages.
I love when guys let me play with the dick. Yeah, it's fun.
Well,
Little
it's fun.
cartoon.
The different consistencies are fun. I like the chewy bubble gum, and then I like
Chewy bubble
What
gum.
are you talking
When it comes,
about?
like, you
What's
know,
chewy
it's like
government?
When it's like
that?
acid,
Bubble
it's
gum.
just like a little
Yeah.
it may as well just be like something someone spit out of their
Yeah.
mouth, and then it gets like when it gets harder, it's kind of like a memory foam feeling, kind of a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
And then it's so hard, and it's like, why is the skin not as hard as the underneath?
Right.
And then you pop it. You're like, can I pop this?
Well, and the hardness just varies so often, and it's hard to just like, it's when it gets soft in the middle of you doing something,
Yes,
you're like,
with the ages, right?
the
With
fuck?
the ages.
Yeah,
Well, I was
yeah.
gonna say, I was like, you gotta go young. Annie and I discovered that.
Yes, you gotta go young.
Gotta go
stamina,
young.
But sometimes they have too big of a crush on you in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's
Nervous.
great.
It's so cute.
Is that your type, Annie? What's your type? I'm not hitting on you, but what's
But
I just sounded like I really leaned in really close.
Soft and scared of her is her type,
Scared
yeah.
and soft.
Explain.
No, I've dated a lot of Dan St. Germain, who's so hilarious if you don't know him. He told me that I always go from my mom to my dad. Like I always date like a mom figure and then like a mean kind of but funny dad figure.
Yeah.
And then I go back and forth. And so Todd is not my mom, more of a son. No, Todd's my everything. I just met you know what it is? My boyfriend is secure. I think he did a lot of mushrooms in high school, so he's just his ego is so
Self-actualized.
secure.
Yeah.
He's so
That's a man right there.
supportive and funny and great, and he's like killing it at this festival. Everyone loves. He's just like the best guy. He just is so good. But it's like I dated like crazy people, which was fun and exciting, and you know, you have all weird public crazy sex.
And you're like worried about them all the time.
Yeah,
you're like on edge.
Or like I had boyfriends where it's like people would be like, they're in the street screaming, and I'm like, you know, like
yes,
like,
me too. All of my boyfriends always
my
in the street
boyfriend.
screaming. Oh, not just in the street. Like my type has
Shirt
always
off
been
fighting.
deep emergency guttural alcoholics, like wild, like code red. We can't make it in the party past like 20 minutes. Just emergency alcoholics.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never said I love you to someone who didn't need a wellness check at one point.
Yes. Like if they don't call, you're not like, are they cheating on you? You're like, are they fucking face
In a
down
sewer.
blue
Yes,
right
like
now?
I went out with the guy that when I met him, he was like a foreman. I guess I thought the why is I guess I was attracted to him. He had like a job and apartment, which I would put on a huge pedestal at that time.
As a comedian, it's shocking.
Huge.
Well,
yeah.
sometimes I say like I'm like, oh, one of the benefits is like if you have like a credit card, but it has like a real like a MasterCard or a Visa, not like one of the made up symbols on it.
Yes, that's big.
Because they have like a starter one, like it's a starter shaving kit, but it's for a debit card. You're like, this is one where you can pay it later.
My Venmo debit.
But it's only got a limit of like $100, but we're cool with it. We're like, oh,
It's
good boy.
basically a gift card with your name on it.
Yeah, like he definitely like had his card taken away, but he was like he the first night I met him pretended that he just got back from the war in Iraq, and yes, and I
And you were like, that's why you have one leg. And then it turns out he had a leg the whole time.
Yeah, it was just behind his ass.
he walked with a fake limp.
Oh,
Yes, it was bad, you guys. I know this is dark. I was 24, but it's bad. It's not
He
good.
needed
I
attention.
dated guys with fake limbs, but they were just the W words. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Can't say the word. They're M&M's, flat brim hat guys. You know what I'm talking about? They're Verizon kiosk workers now. You know what I'm talking about? Can't say the word. We'll never say the word again, but you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I think so. Okay.
He was.
Oh, you said it back.
I heard it. I was like, it's the Seth Green's character in Can't Hardly Wait.
Yes, exactly. I was
Thank
like,
you.
ooh, hot.
Wait,
We're
now I
speaking
need
the
to
same
hear
language.
it. Do you know what they're saying? Oh God, I really feel like I'm Sandra D on this fucking podcast. I don't understand. What happens under sheets? Fuck. Damn it. Oh God, I'm really gonna think about this later. Like you were such a fucking dumb twat. God damn it.
We all will.
How did you? How do you deal with that alcoholism that bad?
So, well, he would do a thing where, so the second or third date, he came to watch me do stand up, and I bombed like violent bomb, the kind of bomb where like your depth perception is affected.
Yeah.
Barely walk
What
out
do
of
you
a
say
room.
about you when you get off stage? You go, take care.
He's wasted. He's like, I gotta go.
Exactly. So you know when you're bombed that bad, I was like, okay, this guy's never going to see me again.
He's never gonna-
Also,
yeah.
he was like wildly aggressively hot, like my exact type, construction worker, dusty, just not like a
Dirt under the
working
fingernails.
class alcoholic. That's what I like. So he gets to the bar and like doesn't notice, probably because he's like blasted out. He's like, that was awesome or whatever. I was like, great. And then he's like, I have something to tell you. And I'm like, whatever it is, just sit with me for a moment. And he's like, I wasn't really from the war in Iraq. I just thought you'd like that or something. I was like, oh, it's all right.
Oh, he's so vulnerable with me.
Holy shit.
I was like, shots.
You're like, neither of us bombed.
Wow.
Yes. I'm now going to use that in that story. I'm going to try to do something. With
Was
that.
he fucked up when you had sex?
No, he was like, pretty good.
Did he have to do the limp while he was fucking you?
He was trash, but yes, he did. It was, it wasn't like amazing sex, but I was extremely attracted to. Like I would, and he was always sorry in this hot way. So like he would just do some unspeakable horseshit every time I was with him, and then he would stand outside my window screaming like Marlon Brando.
Oh,
like,
that's
I'm sorry. And it was just like so exciting.
that is really
fucking like jacked
exciting.
construction
And
worker.
his wife
was
beater
always
was so
sorry.
dirty.
Every girl wants a guy to like scream at her from outside a window. Honestly, like it's just it makes you feel so pretty.
Inside the window, we don't like it though. Honestly,
No.
I really hate that.
No, you gotta
We
be
wanna
outside.
jump
You
out
gotta be
the window.
We gotta be in two separate spaces.
But he would be so drunk that he would. So I moved in with him. By the way, let's get that out of the way.
Rachel, wait, Rachel.
Yes.
She's like, let's.
Wait,
sign
is
the
this the guy
contract
that
with
put your
Netflix.
laptop in the freezer?
That's a different guy.
Oh,
That's
that's sad that that's two
guy.
separate stories.
You gotta write a book.
But you're married.
I'm married now, but he lived in West New York, which is right over the bridge, and you have to get on this weird, dumb, like jitney bus because his car was probably taken away. And every night I would get so exhausted. Like, we would drink at the same fucking Port Authority bar, and he would always...
Port Authority bar?
Rachel, you don't got Port Authority, pussy? And he would always start a fight with some fucking person in the bar that he would insist was glaring at him. And I'm like, and sometimes it would be...
Did you move into like a box with him? This is a homeless man.
No, he had a pretty nice apartment. I mean, he did. And he was a fucking high-functioning but yet emergency alcoholic at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you could tell how much of an alcoholic somebody is by the way they have like sections at the bar? Like, he had control issues around his like money section, his ice set. Like, there was so many, and he like bat people away from his sections. And then at some point during the night, every night he would think somebody was fucking glaring at him, and that he accused me of not having his back. And he's like, "Come on, you didn't see that?" And I'm like, "Who's this old woman, this divorcee drinking?" I'm like, "She's fucking like, Virginia is not have beef with you. What the fuck?"
She has a lazy
like
eye
80.
like my gynecologist wife, okay?
Yes, and he would always be suspicious of something, and then his alcoholism started to sort of bubble up as it does and get worse. And then he became suspicious, I swear to God, you guys, of vehicles. So we couldn't get on the bus because he thought the bus had beef with him. He'd be like, "I don't know, you don't see how it turned around like that?"
Oh my God.
Are you sure he wasn't in
Chris,
the war?
get on a fucking bus. Like, and
Starting
he'd be
to
like,
sound more like he went to the war. I feel like he
he might have actually.
He might have been blacked out when he said he lied.
Definitely was like, obviously it was like a war in his house. Like, there was a cocktail of abuse.
Yeah.
God knows what.
Yeah, he was raised like Eminem or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
for sure.
Terrible.
Love in Northeast Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like,
Well, how'd you break up? You moved in with him. What was that breakup like?
well, he played this game. Hi, you guys. If you want me to stop this right
No,
now,
never,
I can.
never, never.
Rachel's like, have you heard of Jigsaw?
Oh no!
No, it was like one of those flight simulator games, you know, like where he thought he was at war, but he would call it war. Like, he'd be like, "I'm going to, war tonight." I'm like, "You're playing the game about war. You're not." He'd be like, "I'm flying," and I'm like, "But you're not.
On your
There's no
couch.
planes."
Yeah.
So we would fight a lot about that because he said I didn't support his fucking flight game. And I'm like, "But you're not flying. It's not fly." You know.
That is such a guy thing, though. They're
Yeah.
like, "I've done so much today." I'm like, "That's not. The dragons aren't real."
Yeah.
It's not real.
Left the house.
You did not slay a dragon. You sat on your fat ass.
Yeah.
And they
Smoked
really
a bomb.
believe it. Like, they
Yeah.
do. And he wants to talk about it, and he doesn't think I was
He has
supportive
major
enough.
PTSD.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
things are not
shit.
good. He would just chain smoke Marlboros and get on this, and he had these like headphones, and he'd get on this game, Aces High, and then he used to come on the road with me and meet up with people from the game. Yes. And we would have to go to like air shows when I have to, or rather I chose to do this series of alarming
I
things with him.
enthusiastically accompanied him.
We would meet up with people from Aces High, and then they would talk about the wars and the battles without ever saying game. They'd be like, "Yeah, you really had my back in that battle, man. That was
my
fucking
God.
solid. I was scared
my
there
God.
for a second when we entered that village."
He's like, "You know who didn't have my back? This bitch with that Asian lady in Port Authority."
I'm so glad we're talking about childhood trauma more, like in our culture and in society, because hopefully, like, less men will be doing that. That is fucking wild.
Everyone makes sense, right? Everyone makes sense. You don't trace it back.
Obviously, yes,
Wow,
a lot is
wow.
wrong. But then just, one day I came home and he was claiming he wasn't drunk, but he would be...
I'm not fucking drunk. You are, bitch.
He had on nothing but just like, you guys, just a Hawaiian shirt, buttoned down, like Magnum PI top, just balls dick on the
I was gonna say, please say no pants. Please say Pooh Bear in it.
It's just balls, cock, and a fucking Hawaiian fun-loving top. See, he was a good time, too. It was interesting.
yeah.
It was
That
funny.
is a good time
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
That's
He was
a
a
good time
fun
out
hang
there.
when you're 24, you know? Like,
Yeah. Right.
So I walk in, he's sitting on the edge of the bed, just like legs wide open. And I was like, I'm like, "You're fucking wait." He's like, I'm not drunk, and I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to enter that fucking cage with you because you're and then he just softly fell into the carpet in front of him. And all I saw was his dumb upright ass in the back of his stupid Hawaiian top. And I was like, the tiniest voice inside me was like, it's probably time to
Maybe
go.
you should, your angel came down and was
Maybe
like,
you're worth
"Leave,
just to
Rachel.
whisper more than this.
The door to your jail cage is wide open, girl. Take it."
Don't you feel like, I don't know if this is maybe like a anxious attached thing or something, but I always feel like I would get with a guy and it's like I always imagine as like a snake went from me into their mouth, right? Which is like, I think what you did with the guy with his cum. But
Yeah.
but But it's like an obsession snake, right? So when I'm dating someone, I'm just like, I'm obsessed with you. The snake's in you. We're going to make everything else work because you got my snake and I love you. And then they do something and it's just the end and the snake just sucks out of them. And I'm like, you're done. Like, they're just nothing.
All your investments go back to you.
Like, but then it goes immediately into someone else.
100%. Yeah, that's how you recover.
Like, what is it for you? Because for me, sometimes it's like, I don't like the way the person ate this soup. That's a real story. Again, someone who was supposed to be at the festival today wasn't. Okay.
No, but I get that. But it's like, this would be people I was dating for like 3 years or something. And then it's like, I was in a lot of like, kind of like abusive, not just on there, like both of us like bring out absolutely
And he's like, not just physically.
Oh, I punched
I
him
don't want to
too.
be
Don't
like,
worry.
they just abused me. It's like, you know, when you're like,
mutual abuse.
You're in like a toxic
they
thing,
just bring your worst. You're like, what the fuck? It's like when you start using a cream and it brings all your acne out first. You know, like, why are we in this phase?
Your demons can play with each other.
No one at this festival uses skincare.
Yeah, I know. They're like, your acne goes away. Sometimes it doesn't.
Oh my God.
I don't care which pumps it's. But
that was so true.
But you know, but that, you know, you just then all of a sudden you just see, you can like get that perspective or like, oh, this is so bad. Like I shouldn't.
You snap into reality.
I shouldn't get notes under the door that are like, should we call the cops?
Oh, your neighbors have said that to you?
Screamsy. Because in New York, you can scream. It's part of it. You know? When we moved to LA, it was like, ooh. People are like, we don't do this here.
You need a smoothie and a walk and a hike.
You're going to go to prison. They thought we were like dying. Like, we're just yelling. Relax. We're throwing things.
What's been your messiest breakup?
They're not. I mean, I guess moving. You know, when I live with someone, it's usually pretty hard. Except I usually move to the other coast. I'll just move back to New York.
You keep going back and forth.
I just give people my apartment. I get out. You know? I think the messiest one was probably, even though like, it's always fine because it's always the right. I always wait too long, so by the time it actually happens, it's like, we're good. There's no like, the cord's been cut, and it's just about like, all right, we need to get this done. My mom will usually fly out and help me. You know, like, mommy's here to clean up this mess. But one guy, he was a very nice guy. We lived together for 3 years, and then when we broke up, I moved to New York, but I wanted to keep my apartment because I had this sick apartment, and I paid for it. I'm kind of a sugar mommy. I can't help it. I love it. But so I was like paying for it. So I was like, just stay for like a couple weeks, and he's like, I'll help you sublet it or whatever. And then it just turned out he was just still living there. He just never left. And it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? It was just to the point where I had to like just get my stuff and move out because I just couldn't. It was like, what am I going to call the cops? Am I going to evict you?
Not in New York, yeah.
And so I just let him have it. And so that was maybe the messiest just because things didn't go how I wanted them to go. But in the end, who gives a fuck? Take it.
Now you met a young boo. And are you engaged or you're going to be engaged?
We're like pre-engaged. It really is just
pre-engaged.
What's pre-engaged?
It's just I want a my.
You're in talks. You're in talks. I know what she means.
I want a my budget ring, and you know, and we're gonna go.
Ever since I was a kid, I really genuinely thought a proposal was a surprise to the woman. But I guess it's not. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I guess that's a big decision.
It's gonna be hard for him to propose to me when he's holding onto my
pocket.
My pocket.
Her prolapsed pocket.
As I say this, I off him a little bit, but he's also still a man. He's great. But it's like, I want a nice ring. I just want an expensive ring. And he makes money. He works as like a story producer on Netflix shows, but I will keep him in between them to work for me, kind of, you know.
Right.
So I'm like, I have him on hold. So then on that time, it's like, all right.
And a genuine question, just because why do you want an expensive ring? I've never got jewelry. I don't give a shit about jewelry, but I know a lot of women do.
I recently got rich and I like to flex.
Got it. Yeah. Wear your success on your hands, baby girl. I love that.
I lived in my car twice. It's like I'm.
Oh, yeah, got you.
It was worth it. I'm from Philly. I'm trash. It's like,
hell yeah.
You know? It's a Wawa. It's Swarovski crystals, but it's Wawa. You know?
A Wawa tattoo. Philly trash forever, baby.
Yes, I know. I love that.
I kind of get it because I used to do this. I used to always like whenever somebody was like drunken and worthless, like kind of falling over or something in a bar, I used to take up my ring finger and just like put it out next to him, like, got it? Like, I love to get that shot with the guy that was just sort of, like vomiting on himself and be like, nail that, mom. You know, like, so I always did it ironically because I always thought that was so funny to me. Just that woman that's like just holding her rock up like this pig. But now, like, I get it. Then I was like, yeah, you know what? Bring it a little something, please.
Yeah, but also it doesn't have to be. I could.
Not like ridiculous, but a little something. Why not? You're fucking worth it. If anybody fucking bags Annie Lederman, they should have to get something special.
Yeah, get that rock.
And it's a symbol of our love, and we're going to be together forever, so I may as well have a nice, shiny thing that I need security to walk around in.
Yeah, you need something to throw at him in arguments, too.
Yes.
You can throw at him.
We never argue. We don't argue.
But put it on a string so you could throw it at him and then reel it back in.
He's
so he
not
doesn't keep
crazy,
it.
so I can't argue with him. So, like, he's just a cool, calm, collected. We can chat about things.
You can only argue with crazy people?
Well, I can't. No, because if I
Because
yell,
he'll never
because I'm
yell.
hyped, yeah.
Right.
So then it bounces off of him and back at me. I'm like, I seem so psychotic.
He like mirrors your
So then we just talk about things regular.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy
so
what a calm
healthy.
attitude will do. It like diffuses you in every
It's
way.
so good. He's the best. It's so good.
Do you want to do?
Yeah.
We have a segment. We want to throw it to the audience
Wrap
as
up
our
the
last
show,
segment.
yeah.
It's called Ask a Real Life Lady.
So-
are there any men here
Are
that
there
like
any real
have
life
always had a
ladies?
question they wanted to ask a woman? Like it's your Cosmo. You know what I mean? Like, do women like this or like what the fuck? Like, are you confused? Yeah, you can just line up on this mic, town hall style.
Yeah, it could
Do we
be
have a mic?
dating. It could be we have someone pre-engaged.
Yeah.
We have someone married. We have a mom.
We have a lot of female experience up
We have
here on the
two
stage right now. Take advantage of
women
it. You
who
know?
adopted dogs.
Yeah, I have a fucking dog. Not to brag.
I also
I'm
have a
mother of
dog.
embryos.
She has got embryos. She's got a real life kid. I mean, that's crazy.
I like
Hi.
how you guys are. We're so like quick to come up. That's awesome.
They were so ready. I thought that was really exciting.
Yeah, it was like good for you guys.
They were lining up. Yeah, that
Well,
was
I think there was just like a long segment where just women were talking the whole time, so they needed to
And they're like,
stop
this
it.
must end.
You're right.
They're like, I
just-
got something to say, bitches.
They were like,
just wanna
I declare a moratorium.
Yeah.
They just want to close us like a box. They're just like, enough for the love of God.
Okay, sir, what's your name?
My name's Will.
Hi, Will. What's your
Will.
question?
So I don't know if you're actually the right to ask the question,
Okay.
but
Start with a diss. We feel
I wanna
less
be
about ourselves.
Completely sober, not like comic sober. Kind of thing,
I'm sober.
Right.
I mean,
My sponsors here, Manscaped.
You did acid last night.
I understand. I'm not like, drinking.
Just ask the question, Will.
Not
I
yet,
just-
Will. Not yet,
how-
Will. You'll get there.
Okay. How do you get to like meet someone if you want to be like kind of more sober, but they drink or they do,
What?
I know what you're
Right.
saying.
I know what you're saying.
I only drink or do that kind of stuff, for the purpose of meeting someone, having sex.
Right,
whatever
right,
that may be.
yeah.
It's utilitarian. It's
Yeah.
not like.
Well, it's ingrained in our
it's
culture
not
too.
like,
You meet
I'm
somebody at a
gonna enjoy
bar.
myself by bombing like 7 gin and tonics. I don't want to do that anymore.
And it's weak. It's weak.
It's weak, but it's weak,
If
but
I'm
it
going-
works.
I was
This
just
bitch is
wondering,
wet.
but-
Thinking about it, dude.
She got a ring. So
No,
how
it's
do you
very-
meet somebody
it's a very
sober?
good question.
Right.
Hey, did you have you're going to say something?
If you want to do it,
No, it is a weird thing because if they're drinking and you don't want to, like, it is a little, it seems weird.
I dated a sober guy for 7 years. I fucking loved it because like someone's got to wrangle me in, But you want to date somebody who's sober.
Actually sober or just doesn't drink a lot? Because I was like, I've dated. I don't really drink a lot or do a lot of drugs, and I've dated people who are actually sober, but I'm not sober.
maybe it's not the social function isn't centered around the drug
Yeah.
taking or
Right,
the
right.
Activities,
Like, no,
right.
I like going to. I'm happy to be at Skankfest. I know it's not everybody.
You're not gonna meet us. Yeah, the odds of meeting
I
sober.
get it. People are fucked up. I
Yeah.
get that. I'm not like.
Well-
I think I would just say it early on because I think if you say it and get out of the way, and if anybody's
Yeah.
like thinks that's a
It's
red
weird.
flag, then
Also,
they're not right
too,
for you.
Yeah, I want
Sometimes people get
someone who watches Criterion Collection movies and goes to Skankfest.
Yeah. And you can find that. I think
a
that
lot of
sometimes people get fucked up because they're nervous. So I think if you put that out there, like,
That's
hey, I'd
true.
like to,
I'm that.
I'd love to like go on a date where we don't do substances. They might be relieved to hear that because they might be expecting like, I guess we'll go to a bar and I'll get tanked again. It's like, well, no, you don't have to. People usually do that because they're nervous.
How newly sober are you?
I've curtailed most of my drinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not completely sober. Okay. Okay, so you're less sober than
You do it like a healthy person. You have like a healthy consumption of alcohol.
Right, but there's still nights where then I, go out on a social function, then I close the bar till like 5.
Yeah, so you can have fun. You're capable of having fun, but it's
Okay.
not like your lifestyle is not to get tanked every day.
But when I do that, I'm usually by myself drinking.
But Will, I kind of feel. Oh, that's sad. Well, that's sad. Sad. Will.
My pussy's crying.
Will, is this? Did you come up here to maybe see if there was a lady in the audience that was into you?
No, I didn't do it.
Should we? Should we see?
I was
Yeah, is there
reading
any-
all of your stories, and I was like, maybe.
How old are you, Will?
I'm 31.
What do you do for a living?
I work in film and television production.
Film and television. How are you
what
doing
network?
financially?
Yeah. You got an agent?
No, not like that production. I mean, like, I
He can't
get
help.
your coffee.
Got it.
Oh, EPA. That's cool. You're working your way up. That's good.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
New York.
In New York. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Do
New
you
York's
have,
such a-
how many roommates do you have?
I have one now.
One roommate.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, that's
Pretty
good.
good.
Working my way up.
Whittling it down. And then, what do you like? What would you say the thing you have to offer a woman that is special? What do you got? You funny or smart?
Don't make that face.
Yeah, don't make that face.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty funny. I'm not, professional funny.
You're looking you're looking for a real relationship. You're not just looking to get wasted and
I've
fuck a
had
bitch.
one. I've been married. I'm divorced.
Okay. Oh no, but divorce guys are great because you know what it's like.
Divorce guys.
Divorce guys are the fucking best because you know what it's like to have a commitment and then lose it for whatever
Find
reason.
someone
Yeah.
that's, knows everything about you and declines.
That also means that you're monogamous and you're not.
Damn, Will.
Well, you're swinging back, baby.
You're a good guy. You got a good vibe. Just be upfront with all this stuff because the right person is gonna love that.
No one's ever told Will he has a good vibe except for Krystyna.
I love Will. No, but Will, wait. What's your Instagram handle?
It's my first initial, my last name, and the year I was born.
Oh, you went
Why don't you
AOL.
say it?
That's like
Maybe
an AOL.
Why don't you say
Maybe
it
you'll
so
meet
girls
somebody.
can DM you?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, say it.
W Gentile 90.
Your
last name is
Gentile?
Gentile?
You're always on my lives. You're always on my live. Thank you for your support. By the way, you're such a steady presence in my life.
That's so funny.
Glad to hear it.
When I'm doing lonely lives at dark hours, you're always there to support. I think you're gonna bag a fine. I think you deserve all the
DM
well-oiled.
You got hope for you, Will. Yeah, guys,
Check him
DM
out.
Will, ladies.
Sure.
Thanks, Will. Thanks for asking your question.
Thank you, Will. Best
Next.
of luck.
Hi, what's your name?
Connor.
Connor. Hi, Connor. What's your question?
So I've been dating my girlfriend since she was in medical school and then for veterinary stuff. And
Okay.
We took
For
a break.
veterinary stuff.
Well, now she's a proper.
She's the
veterinary-
smart one.
Yeah. It's literally so
She
hard
does
to
the
get.
books and stuff.
So she's like a doctor now, and it's.
You can push
She's
the
like
mic
a
down.
doctor. Does she
Yeah.
like when you call her like a doctor? Or
Yeah.
is that what we call vets? Like a doctor?
She does dog
Doctor
stuff.
adjacent. Doctor adjacent.
I find it's more respectful to say doctor-esque.
Yeah.
Doctor-ish.
Doctor adjacent.
Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctoress.
Okay.
But so now we're dating again steadily, but she's nervous about introducing me to her parents.
I would be
I thought you were going to say to her
Yeah.
dogs. I thought you were going to say to her dogs.
I don't talk with her
Just to
dog.
paint a picture for anyone listening, he's wearing a Zapp's potato chips shirt.
Yeah, which you
like
know.
well. And there's actually chips on it.
Why do you know why she's nervous to introduce you?
Cause I don't a lot of her family's they're Jewish doctors and.
What are you?
They're
Wait, did you
Jews.
say Jewish doctors?
Yeah.
What are you?
I don't think that
a
there's
tour
ever a
guide.
need to say Jewish doctor.
What do you do? You
They're
tour with
pretty
fish? Is that what you said? You tour with fish?
No, a tour guide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought you said that.
A tour guide and a pedicab in the French Quarter.
Wait,
You what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you're a tour guide?
Yeah.
And a
In a
pedicab?
pedicab. So you live in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're.
Why don't you? Okay, I have an idea. Why don't you crash a family event? You pedicab up, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give him. Here's the idea. You get him in the cab, okay?
For free.
You say nothing. You say nothing. Yeah. Once you get to the end, you go. This is on me. I'm dating your daughter.
Wow, that's a good
Wasn't that
solution.
useful? Wouldn't you have? Isn't this better
You know
than
what?
walking?
Yeah, if you can't bring the goods resume wise, be funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
I forgot what's the question.
Or shave. I don't know. Shave a little.
How do I get
cut your hair
to
a
the
little.
point of
How do you-
acceptance? Yeah,
Are you wearing Crocs?
Did you just say how do I get to the point of acceptance?
He wants her family to accept him.
To
He
be
wants the
introduced, I
parents.
guess.
So wait,
But
have
she doesn't want to introduce you, or you're scared to meet them. I'm looking at your shoes. Can I see? Your shoes?
Can you put your shoes on stage real quick?
Oh my God!
Flip-flops.
No.
Oh dear.
Are those the Velcro kind?
No.
Do you have no female friends that can take you shopping? This
No,
is
yeah,
unacceptable.
your dogs are not a gift to the
We're wearing
world.
the same
Yeah.
shoes.
No, but you're a hot girl. This is a nightmare. Listen.
Why? Why
Listen,
no?
are you in college? What
I think
are
you're a nice
dear.
person.
Slides on?
Yeah.
By the way, listen.
I had to wear that 'cause
I
I'm
want you to
injured.
be yourself, but I also want you to get a girlfriend that will take you shopping. Do you know what I mean? Not a girlfriend, a friend that's a girl that will
you're-
take you shopping.
Yeah.
I got a couple.
How the fuck did you meet a veterinarian?
She was going to Tulane, and I'm.
No,
And
I
you gave her
don't
a ride. You
know.
gave her a ride. You pedaled her to
I
class.
think what he wants to say is, and I got the fat dick.
He's got that Pete Davidson.
I walked through life like,
baby.
I feel like he entered the office through a doggy door, and she was like, "I'll keep him."
Who's that? Who's that guy?
Literal rescue.
But you're dating again. Like seriously, that's your girlfriend now.
Yeah.
Then meet her family. Who cares? But you're cool, right? She loves you because you're
Yeah.
cool.
Has she said stuff to you that makes you feel like she's ashamed?
Well, just that
Yes.
she didn't bring me up.
Put
to
some
her
socks on.
She doesn't bring you up to her parents. Like
Yeah.
she's like so. Do they
mention-
know
How
that
long?
you exist?
How long? Well, we started dating again. So it's
Is this
been
a real
2 years.
person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I could tell.
Okay.
I got a good eye. for
Yeah,
that.
is she like a Paris filter or like a human being? Like she fully exists, and she just doesn't want to bring you to.
Character from The
I'm
Sims.
so sorry. I just have a question. When you're pedicab driving, don't you have to wear closed-toed
Yeah, I don't wear
shoes?
these.
Yeah, it's
He's at
dangerous.
Skankfest, baby.
Oh,
He's
this is your
off the
party
clock.
outfit. Okay. Guys, I don't know why I'm being judged for judging him, okay? This is what I do as a comedian. You guys are like, oh my God, his toes are out. That's not weird for you? That's fucking crazy. Look at his toes.
I do think you should ask her directly about it, and just like and say that you want to meet them, and air it out with her.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's your girlfriend. You were inside of her recently. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pitch for the first thing to say to her parents.
Yeah.
It's just
I
inside
was
your kid.
inside.
It's
Recently inside your daughter.
I was recently lodged in your daughter, and I'm sorry, I'm not a Jew. I find
But
that's a good
also,
opening
who
line.
cares what her parents think? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you love
Doesn't
each other,
matter.
that's what matters.
Be
so.
yourself. You're so willing to wear
Yeah.
their shoes.
Be you.
Confident.
Be you, boo. All right,
You
next.
guys love the
Thank you for
shoes.
asking a question. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Casey.
Casey. What's your question?
What's up? Hello.
You can now put the microphone up.
I like tough guy Casey. What's
Yes.
Look like Scott Peterson.
Okay.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it like give a Scott Peterson vibe?
Yes.
I hated
shit.
that Scott Peterson was
Don't get me.
attractive.
My question is to go back to do women really like
Being thrown in the ocean after you killed them? We love it. It's so hot.
Drowning in a grain mill. Yeah.
if women really like proposals to be secrets? Because more often than not, when I talk to guys who propose to their
Women.
already wife and fiancés,
Yeah.
they've kept it a secret because guys believe it should just be a secret because it's romantic.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But my girlfriend just wants me to plan it out with her friends so she can know what's going on.
But
that's what she wants.
Yeah.
So that's,
I would only worry about what she wants, unless you're trying to marry other broads too, or fuck them. Yeah.
No, Amber Fry, we know about her, but I think talking to the friends is a way to maybe they'll tell her little tidbits and stuff, but she's
Right.
not gonna
Yes.
do the whole thing.
That's cute because
That's
then
all
you
I want
really-
my boyfriend to do. But my friends are Josh Potter, so he doesn't know how to do it.
Talk to her friends.
Talk to
because
her friends
also
is a good
she
move.
has
Proposing
prepped
to the
them.
wrong girl.
And it's like, you planned this behind my back. That's so sweet. Like, yeah, for sure. Talk to her friends.
talk to
You
her
just
friends.
get everyone but her to know. Maybe do a flash mob.
Yeah.
Maybe get that guy's girlfriend's parents to come.
Yeah. Or get that kind of pedicab you into the scene that you set up.
It's like a semi-secret.
Like, knowing that you plan behind the scenes is so sweet and hot and loving and protective and all the good things that women want. So I would say definitely talk to her friends because they know her really well too.
They'll help, yeah.
So they'll drop the hints if they think that's necessary, and they'll take care of it for
And
you.
then put some of your own flair into it. But
Yeah.
should it be a surprise? Like, you should obviously have discussed the
you would marry me if I asked,
with
right?
her before that.
No, she's down. We already know she's down.
She is.
The
Careful though, he
commitment.
looks dangerous.
I was like, when I was waiting for my husband to propose, I was like frantic. Like I was like looking for a ring in my salad. No one else did.
Lifting the toilet seat up. It's
It
not
was in
under
your
here.
asshole the whole time. You said to get in there, man.
Deep lodged in my asshole. Was in there. All along, it was a golden ring.
The gynecologist pulls it out. Are your next pap smear?
And then he drops it in a drain.
Good to go.
Yeah.
He's set.
Yeah. Thanks for asking your question.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I'm excited for you. Good boy. He's a
Yes.
good guy.
Hi. What's your question? What's your name first?
Hi, ladies. My name is Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
I don't actually have a question. but,
Oh, cute.
You want to touch my boob?
Don't kill us.
He takes the gun out of Lewis's ass.
Damn.
But I did come to make a suit out of your skin.
Close to maybe 10 years ago or so, I did start with y'all's podcast. I think maybe the first one was Big J's, but I have been listening for a very long time, and I would not be here without y'all introduced me to the podcast.
Wait, you would have killed yourself?
Thank you. No, he wouldn't have been at Skankfest.
Oh, I got so scared. Okay.
Also cool.
Just in
I'll take
general.
credit for that.
I mean, I saw y'all at Houston and stuff, but just awesome to see you guys again. And
Thanks, Jordan.
And Plano last.
Yeah, you look familiar. I saw you outside. Did we have a moment?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I remember you from back there, I think, in a month. Okay.
Awesome.
I was also a pretty big inspiration for you.
Now say something about Rachel.
I'm just going to open up my body language for a compliment now, if that's cool.
Rachel, tell me I'm pretty.
I can nail 3 real quick. I mean, that dress is banging.
Nice, Jordan.
Necklace is on point. It's just like matching everything.
Oh my God, she's already came.
I mean, the hair swoops, you can't match it.
The hair swoops are pretty good.
Thanks, Poppy. I needed that,
Thank
Poppy.
y'all ladies very much.
Thank you, Jordan.
Really got me into podcasting, so thank y'all.
Oh, thanks, Jordan. We really appreciate that. Wow, thanks. Thank you to anybody who participated, and thanks guys for coming out. This has been really fun.
That was so beautiful.
Please give it up for Annie Lederman and Rachel Feinstein.
We appreciate you guys so much. This is Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We'll talk to you on Friday. Bye.
Bye.